When they play that new jab, watch the whole bay go crazy. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. Okay, I be getting it in, making records for my sins. Never lie, never cheat, I'm just trying to get me a win. No need to pretend, I done dropped me a lot of friends. Only family stays down when you lost in the wind. And now I'm moving like it's hot, trying to reach the top. Give it what I got, I ain't worried about a drop. I gotta keep clean, them dirty bitches gon' plot. I'm minding my own business and skirting about the lot. Staying low is how I rock, them other people is not. Why everybody shocked when he caught one in his top? Already know the game and the chances that I flop, but the only way to make it is finally taking a shot. Ain't never been a killer, ain't saying I'm finna be. All I know is if it happens, I hope it's bringing me peace. Some shit up in them streets, it ain't somewhere I wanna be. Cause them haters finna try and take your life, and that's too heavy of a feat. I've been around the way and I ain't found my way yet. All I know is I don't know why. How I ain't going insane. I get as lit as I can be. My mind is waving. Ay, smoke till I'm hazy. Ay, ay, I'm from that bay, baby. Yeah, everyone know I'ma keep it 100. Something like 100 miles and running's really nothing. Trying to duck temptation, don't wanna get David Ruffin. I'm snuffing them at the line, I keep rushing, hitting them buttons. Yeah, all that hating gon' get you gunned at. Who your fam is, homie, and where your funds at? This a hazmat area where we run at. Sprinting and never run back. Smoking until my lungs crack. Hey, never off balance is 10 toes. Ain't big, ain't hit yet, but I feel like I'm getting close. I'm back up in this game and getting it in for my bros. All my people getting that money, I make music for those. Shit, all this time I've been chilling. I mean, like, how the fuck should it be? I can't control somebody else feeling, so it's God's choice if they came and got me. Nah, I mean, been around the way and I ain't found my way yet. All I know is I don't know why. How I ain't going insane. I get as lit as I can be. My mind is waving. Ay, smoke till I'm hazy. Ay, ay, I'm from that bay, baby.
All right, folks, let's get it popping. I think my mic is a little too loud for you, but all right, y'all. I'm gonna run this intro. You guys know what it is. It's the same, and
lost it all. I want it back. I want the avatar. I want my honor, my throne. I know now that no one can give you your honor. It's something you earn for yourself by choosing to do what's right.
What up? What up, folks? We're back, like we said, every month. Woo! What a month, huh?
Bruh, it's been different, bruh. It's been a journey.
It's been a journey for sure. Why do my headphones feel so low? Yeah. Ooh, there we go. Now I can hear myself. Yeah. Shit. Hopefully, next week this will look a little different. I didn't really get time to like build a set or whatever. You know. I'm in a new spot, like in the room. You guys can't tell. I'm surrounded by green right now. We're gonna fix Elijah's next week. We look flawless.
Yeah.
But you know, we just wanted to come out this week. We got some things we want to talk about. Very important things. We're trying to not make this so serious as it's going to be.
Right.
But it's, you know, we're gonna be talking about what we feel is the current state of anime. We by no means are 100% experts. We're obviously biased towards certain things. So maybe our opinions won't align with yours. I guarantee you some of our opinions won't align with yours. But we're just going to give you our take, you know? Yeah. Before we get into that, though, the season's been pretty good, man. Season's been pretty good.
Bruh, it's been a lot of shows, bruh, that have surprisingly been definitely on the rewatch list, bruh. Like, I'm waiting for each week, bruh. This is, like you said, it's been a good season so far.
It's been a real good season. I think the one show that I think surprised us, and I've been trying to recommend to everybody, has been Tokyo Revengers.
Bruh, this shit's so good, bruh. The story is amazing. Like, Tamagotchi is changing the world, bro. Literally.
Dude, yeah. Tokyo Avengers is that show to where if you watch the trailer from it, they lie to you.
Yeah.
The trailer looked insane. I thought it was going to be this giant like gang war, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to be super, I don't know, super gangster or something, you know?
Yeah.
This show is so deep,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm an episode behind because of what I thought the next episode was going to be. Like I don't think I have the mental capabilities right now to go through this episode.
Takamichi be having niggas stressed out, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact.
He sure do, man. That one episode when he like accidentally grabbed dude's hand to go back, I was like, "Yo, you got to go back right away, man. What are you doing?"
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like that show, it hits you in ways, bro. Just like bro. You're an episode behind.
Yeah.
It's the suspense and the anticipation that just fucking kills you. It's just like you said, bro. I thought this was gonna be on some real gangland shit. Like I thought it was going crazy. But the build up to the madness is bananas so far, bro.
It's been insane. I'm just gonna throw it up there every time we talk about it. That's it right there. Tokyo Revengers, man. I'll tell you right now. Hey, I covered your name. I didn't see what it was.
Ty?
Was that Verily Thai TV? Verily said Thai. Come on, man.
Damn.
Verily TV. Thank you for the subscription.
Wow.
But yeah, Tokyo Revengers. This show, man.
Amazing.
See, look, I'm 2 episodes behind.
Bro, you gotta get caught up, bro. You gotta get caught up.
Yeah. The thing about this show is that, yeah, you can't watch the trailer and then come right into it. Episode 1, like episode 1, I was almost like, man, what is? All right, this is not what I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
And I felt like it was gonna be more. I don't know. The first episode left me with a weird taste. Like I was like, I don't know where this is going. But luckily, I was like a couple weeks behind, so I got to watch 2 in a row.
Right.
And that's what I recommend. Watch 3. Watch the first 3.
I was just gonna say that, bro, because on my first go, I think it was like noon in the season. Everything hadn't fully came out yet, and I was just looking for anything new to watch. And I was like, this first episode is main. Bro figures out he can go back in the past and dies on the first shit. Like, it was like a weird ass isekai, but it wasn't an isekai. So I was like, I had to see what this is about.
Yeah, because it really made it feel like it was an isekai. Because I feel like when you read the description on it, it says like, well, it says he finds out that like his girlfriend dies. He says goes back in time 12 years. So it made it seem like it was like a weird like time travel isekai. But like, I don't know. I also like the fact that they're not diving into why he can go back. It's kind of one of those things you just accept. Like, right. Yo, he shakes his kid's hand and then he can go back in time.
And this is what it is. Don't question it.
Don't question it. It's just what it is. Ends up being a crazy story, man. Takamichi isn't someone you're going to like right away. Oh, we frozen. There we go. Encoding overload. Give me a second.
Takamichi. What the fuck did I say earlier? I said some bullshit. Takamichi, that's his name, bro.
Takamichi, yeah. Takamichi, man, he doesn't strike you as someone you like right away. He's super whiny, right, and then like his old self isn't as cool as you thought it was gonna be. Like he's not cool at all. They made him look dope. Like in this picture, right here, standing in the middle,
he looked crazy, like he's sick,
crazy,
but he, weenie.
Yeah, they should put Mikey in the middle, man. This kid right here.
Bro, I fuck with Mikey, bro.
Yo, I like Mikey, man.
Yo, he blitzed, bro, on the first time. He was like, oh, yeah, I need you to meet some people. Who's a Draken was like, I need you to meet some people. As soon as they get there, he blitzes dude in command. I was like, yo, this nigga is sick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I like that. I like that little team right there. Mikey and Draken.
Yeah.
Draken. Yeah. You watch anything else?
I've been on To Your Eternity. Tough too, bro. That show, honestly, like, it's one of those shows I wouldn't really recommend. Like, it's a good show, but it's like I ask myself each week, why do I keep rewatching this? Like, the story is good, but I just don't understand why I like it. It's so weird.
Yeah. It's a weird show. It's super deep.
Yeah.
Like it's a good show. Like that's what it is. Like there's nothing bright, flashy in your face. It's not gonna hit you with a credible, like, complex story that you're gonna have to try to figure out clues. Like, it's just good.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
Straight up.
It's upsetting, but it's good.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's just a good show. I need to catch up on that.
Another thing I'm trying to do, bro. I'm trying to catch up to you with Boruto, bro. I've been seeing Boruto everywhere from my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, bro. I've been seeing Boruto is plastered everywhere.
This last fight, did you see that screen cap I sent you?
Oh
no, because it was right when you lost your phone. I sent it to you, then you told me you lost your phone. Oh, you know what? It's on my phone. I won't be able to. Oh, I can send it to you now. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm not gonna put it on the screen because it's a spoiler for sure.
Shameless plug. NinjaWithAnnie.me.com shop right now.
Yeah. I do have something on. I was like, fuck, I didn't have anything clean. Well, like the little tags.
I see you is that the Goku?
Yeah, it's a Goku one.
Yeah.
Kamehameha. Eric, I just texted to you.
Ooh, I do remember this before my phone.
So the crazy part about that's pretty much how the episode starts.
So we get a whole episode of grade A animation, bro.
Yeah,
Movie quality
just
animation.
This episode's been out for a while. I think it's an episode behind. So I'll tell people it's when Jigen fights Sasuke and Naruto together, and we finally get to see the duo again. So first they start out, they realize they can't use like ninjutsu and stuff for whatever reason, right? You guys will find out if you guys are watching. So they're like, hey, it's taijutsu time. They go at it, and they go, you know what? We got to put all our strength, and then they do this thing, and it's I tell you right now, it doesn't go the way anyone thinks. This fight blows your mind. I'm telling you, there's episodes coming up that are gonna crush the internet. The story from now to where it is now, it's all insane. Okay. It'll get to the part where this arc is gonna be so good, we probably won't make fun of Boruto for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying Kishimoto's back?
I say Kishimoto had a long, drawn-out plan. He said, what's what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to put out a bunch of 6s, right? 6s, I'm going to throw a 7 in there. Maybe I'll, drop 15 seconds of a 10. Give you guys a little taste, right? See who sticks around. Oh, yeah, you guys like what you saw so far? All right, hey, don't tell anybody, though. Watch this.
Ooh.
That's what Kishimoto did.
He was it breadcrumb this?
Yeah, because the setup isn't very good. Like the setup for the Akatsuki was top notch, right? You're like, yo, who are these guys, and why are they just asking for smoke at every village they show up to, right?
Right.
The I can't remember their names already. What's the name of this group? I was gonna say Kira. Kara. I was gonna say Kira, because I've been talking about fucking Death Note for so much lately. But anyway,
hey, bro, I know this is a different subject. I've been meaning to ask you about the Facebook stuff too, bro.
With what? The poll?
Yes.
We'll get into the polls later. The poll goes into the whole state of anime thing. It was a whole little test I was doing in certain Facebook groups, guys. We'll get to that. Surprise, it didn't go well. But what was I saying? Boruto. What was I saying about Boruto? I don't know. It's good, guys. I feel like I figured out too why Boruto got so much hate from Naruto fans and people alike. So the story is backwards, right? Boruto is the complete opposite of Naruto. He's smart in school, but doesn't want to smart in school, works hard, but kind of doesn't really do anything.
He's proficient, but he's lazy.
He's lazy, right? He's lazy, but he's super smart. He's always in the beginning. He was finishing A's in class, top of his class on everything, right? And then Naruto was the opposite, right? He was stupid in class, straight up, right? Just straight up. Naruto was dumb. This was a dumb kid, right? But all he had was his work ethic, right? You can't outwork Naruto as a kid, right? If you told him, "Hey, you can't beat me," this fool is not going to sleep for 3 weeks.
Right. Brad's damn near willing to die over this minor battle.
Another example too, what Naruto, to get his Rasengan, he trained I think weeks in a row, right?
Yeah.
Boruto did that shit in 15 minutes.
Bro, I hated that, bro.
Right? So
I hated that.
But I think the reason is that we're so attached to Naruto working hard for it, right? Like he grinded for it, and the only thing we all hate more than that is the person who, and this is like the most grown up thing. This is why we hate it as Naruto fans, right? We get older and then we look at the people who are like, man, you're so smart, but you don't do anything. You're lazy, right? And we start looking at those people like, yo, look at these kids, man. These kids are lazy. They're dumb. We hate that. And then that's what Boruto is. Like, the more you watch Boruto, you're like, dude, I hate Boruto, right?
Facts.
And that's why, and he struggles with that because he's like, oh, I hate my dad. My dad is weak, and we're all sitting here like, bro.
Little do you know, bro.
I think that's what it was. I think Boruto, the character, like really irritated us. Like, but I think that might have worked in Kishimoto's favor because his arc right now, like the way Boruto's grown over this time, has been fantastic.
I will agree with that, bro, because I'm right at the cusp of where shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
But I had to piggyback off what you said, bro. Kishimoto planned this shit perfectly because I'm not gonna lie, I was talking about this with one of my other partners, bro. We were talking about how we're like Boruto's so trash, but shit is about to be good. And it's like it bridges the gap between our generation to the new generation of people who like are starting to discover anime and like really get into anime.
Yeah.
I feel like bro is bridging a gap for
and I think it goes perfect too because maybe I'm not gonna spoil this episode for you, but the way the screenshot I sent you, the way that episode ends is directly towards us. It's it literally, the episode ends and it's like Kishimoto going, all right, you guys,
it's the passing of the baton.
It's like, hey, you guys get it? You guys get what I'm trying to do now? Now just stop. Like that's what this episode feels like, because it ends and you're like, nah, it's not gonna end like this. But I'll tell you right now, from where we are in the manga, it ain't looking good right now.
Oh,
it ain't
shit.
looking good. I mean, there's a lot, you guys all probably heard, right? Naruto lost Kurama, right? That's national knowledge. Everyone knows that.
Right.
There's a lot of people talking about that. I was like reading some posts and forums about it, and I think they're right. I think Naruto is still almost as strong as he was. He's obviously now weaker than Sasuke, right? Right now, as of now, Sasuke is the strongest Shinobi.
I just have to say, bro, it's been that since day one. Real Sasuke fans knew that, but
they're so even. Yeah, plot armor. Naruto, right? But here's the thing:
there's nothing without it.
Naruto's plot armor is gone because the show doesn't say Naruto on it, right? So we have a new plot armor passed on. Boruto has the plot armor. Trust me, Boruto has plot armor. I'll tell you that now. This manga, man,
it wouldn't be right without it.
Yeah, there's one thing I got to tell you off screen that happened in the manga. I forgot to tell you, and I was like, "Yo, what?" But anyway, you can definitely see the baton passing and being like, "Yo, Naruto ain't got his plot armor anymore. Kurama's gone." But that's what I was saying. So I still think Naruto is still pretty strong because he still has all the natural energy. He's still a Namazake, who have giant chakra reserves. So he already has a giant chakra reserve, and he has access. Yeah, and he still has access to natural chakra. So he's fine. He still has, Sage mode or the Toad mode, right?
Right.
So I don't know. It's just gonna be weird, man.
It felt so good to hear it. People may call me a hater for this, bro. So be it. It felt so good to see Naruto lose Kurama, bro. Because I've been saying it from the rip. If he didn't have the 9 tails, he would not be shit.
Yeah.
This show wouldn't be called Naruto; it'd be called Sasuke.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. But yeah, everyone needs to watch Boruto right now. That thing is taking off. I forgot what you said where you at. Did you get to the $1 million episode?
$1 million episode.
I call it a $1 million episode because it's the one episode where they decide to put all their money into it. No, you're not that Kawaki yet. No, I remember.
No, I'm not there yet, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just shy, bro.
You're at second Tome.
Right, exactly. I'm at second Tome, bro. And it's so stupid.
You got to catch up, man.
Sakura is getting berated by iron balls. She's getting berated by iron balls. Dude. And Sasuke's like, he's a parent for the first time. He's like, "Oh, are you okay?" Dude,
you gotta get to it now, man. Sadara came up to Sasuke and was like, "Yo, I need a ultimate move," and he was like, "Yeah, you got to find your own." She's like, "Nah, I want to learn the Chidori."
Yeah.
And she like did one, and it was kind of cool. It didn't have the sound, and he was like describing like you got to like take all the chakra to your hand, and I was like, dude, fucking flashbacks to it. Then he was but he was like describing the Chidori as he was about to land it, and it was like beautiful. And he was like, and then it strikes, and it sounds like 1,000 crows. And I was like, and he separates the waterfall. Yo, it was beautiful, man. It was good. It was good.
Bro, I don't understand, like, bro, just you describing that, bro. I get to relive it, bro. And it just, as a Sasuke stan, bro, it just, I don't get how niggas don't fuck with him, bro.
I don't know, man. Some people just like heroes, right? Like, it's hard. Like, there's tons of Naruto fans out there, right?
No,
we don't know any. We don't know
Naruto fans because they're the general populace, easily manipulated cows.
Yeah, but those are
I'm talking specifically people like you. You're an Itachi fan.
Yeah, well, that's different because I'm the older brother in my family, so I realistically should go more towards Itachi, right? Like, what? I don't know if I would, kill my entire family to save, my 4 siblings. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say it out just in case some shit happens. But like, I don't know. I just like a lot Itachi more. I'm into cocky characters, so Itachi's sitting there, right? It was the throne scene for me, right? It was like him sitting there and Sasuke like, "Ha, I gotcha," stabbed you. Then he was like, and he was still sitting there too, leg up.
I fucking hated
leg
that.
up with his arm sticking out for some reason. Oh, he got the cloak.
Right, like what you flexing for, bruh?
His arm
I
just
hated
limp
that.
out. That's the one thing I hated. He just stood there and his hand just stripped out. And because of that, everyone who makes toys, this is how the toy looks.
Yeah.
He just got a hand out.
Yo, I have to say this. Shout out to Carlos Mencia, bruh. If you know, you know.
Another show too, speaking of like nostalgia, which has like really been good for me, right? And I feel like it's very undervalued, is Dragon Quest. I've been telling you this for months.
You have.
For a month. I actually think I have some episodes, huh? All right, I got one. Oh, I had a season finale. I finished 7. Oh no, I got season finale and then whatever this is. It doesn't even have a title, episode number on it.
New season? Are you on Crunchy? Oh, you're on
Crunchyroll, yeah. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Dragon Quest right now, every episode is over the top. I don't know, man. It just, you can really see Toriyama's work in the characters and the animals. So in this show, he drew the main character Dai. That's why he looks like every Saiyan, like Goku and Gohan when they were kids. Right. Then he did all of the beasts. So all the like the monsters and stuff, they look like OG Dragon Ball when Goku used to go through the forest and fight random animals. That's what they all look like.
Oh, lit.
Yeah. And then, of course, he's like I guess I shouldn't say that. I almost spoiled it.
Ooh.
I almost gave away the whole show.
No lie, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been wanting to watch it, but it's like every time I'm like sitting there, I finished One Piece. I finished Tokyo Revengers, To Your Eternity. I'm always like, all right, what's next? And then for whatever reason, it's Dragon Quest, the first episode, and then it's the Testament of a New Demon Queen, bro. Not gonna lie, I stumbled upon that shit and I was like, this is OG anime. Like, I felt so wrong for watching this show.
Testament of what?
Of the new demon.
New system.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro. I felt so wrong for watching this shit, bro.
I mean, that already looks like a bad screen cap. That's how your episode 1 starts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I jumped on some shit. I seen a good ass fight scene. I was like, oh, let me see what this is about. You know what that reminds me of too? I think I was gonna talk about it later.
What?
There's a show. I always forget the name of it. It's a show that I'm always like, oh, I should tell Elijah about this, and then I'll watch an episode and be like, oh, never mind. Oh, never mind.
This is that. This is that, bro.
Yeah, there's a show that I can't remember the name of it. It's like really, really good, right? Like well written. The only problem, it's literally 94% dialogue, and like the 3 fight scenes I give you, no lie, they're like fight of the year.
Ooh.
Like
that's deep, bro. That's a bold statement.
I mean, it's a very old show, but I'm gonna pull one up. I think I can play it and just mute it.
Please do, because
Um,
that's a bold statement. You said 3 fights and they're all anime fight of the year worthy.
yeah,
That's bold, bro.
I'll show you. I'll show you the first one. I can't remember the name of the show, but I think if I look up best fights, but not, and it's gonna give me so many fights that I don't want.
Right, you know it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit that pops up. Hella AMVs.
Yeah, it's always. But there's one article I read, and it was in here. Oh, how do you know Ipo? Let's talk about since we're talking about old animes. I got really excited because I realized what I've been spamming through. I got through 8 episodes so far.
Of what?
I've been rewatching Initial D.
Oh,
Yo,
yes. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up.
I'll
bro.
tell you guys right now, looking at it, it's super outdated. But you know what?
The
It
story
slaps.
is good as fuck.
Yo, the story is so good. The story is so good.
It's solid.
It makes you think you're still in the 90s watching this show because you don't care about what it looks like. You're just like, ooh, look at look at that understeer drift that he did with his tire in the drainage hole. Ooh.
My nigga was just in that bitch shaking.
Hitting that corner. He showed up so nonchalant. He was like, man, full tank of gas is riding on this.
Bro,
you want me to beat him? I guess I'll beat him.
What's his name? Takumi. Bro, that shit blows my mind every time I watch Initial D, bro. I'm like, he's so nonchalant. Like, this is just everyday regular schmegler, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care, bro. I feel like every man in this world should strive to be some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me flex without even, you know what I'm saying? It's a flex for me to show up.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I do have to say, that show is hilarious, too, because you can tell, like, it was written, like, way back when. Right? Because, dude, I'm at the parts where he's finding out that his girl has been smashed by other dude. And he's just sitting there and he's just like, oh, that's not what she said last night. And he's like, oh my God, talk to me. I didn't mean to. And I was like, yo, you guys just went on a date?
Bro. It's the best.
It's that. And then she also has that Papa guy. And I was like, yo, this has nothing to do with the story. It's just super creepy. But it's here. I don't know, man.
Hey, I was arguing with somebody on Twitter about this, bro. It's literally the Fast and Furious series. Like, it just evolves into some more bullshit that doesn't have nothing really to do with racing anymore. It's over 9,000? It's over.
Sorry, guys. Elijah heard me, but I muted it. Cage is trying to do something. Just can't remember. Yeah, dude. That's the one thing about the show I didn't like is every time she's in the car and he's just like, let's buy you a swimsuit. And she's like, I already got one, silly. And he's like, I want to see you in another one. And I was like, yo,
tricking, bro.
What's the point of this part of the show?
It had to show my nigga how deep the love was.
You watching anything else?
Let me think, bro. Like, I have to go over and check, bro. Truth be told, I've been doing a lot of reading, bro. I've been stuck on reading manga lately. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire Force, amazing right now. Some shit happened I thought was never gonna happen. Like, I just didn't foresee it. Like, there was no like foresight of it. That's just going crazy. My Hero's all right. Like, even I know what's going on, but there's certain little details that they're adding in.
Yeah.
It's like the substance is there, but you like if you read the manga, you know it's like BS.
Yeah, My Hero's interesting. I want to talk about My Hero later too, because I feel like, you know what? Let's just jump into it. All right, guys, we're gonna jump into this, right?
It's time for the state.
I did have a couple other shows I wanted to talk to, but I feel like it's all gonna bleed into the state of anime too. And
okay.
I'm still looking for that fight scene too, by the way, because of that.
Gang.
I wish I wrote it. Oh, I thought I wrote it here.
Well, Mozzie say Gangland go crazy.
Huh?
I said, what does Mozzie say? Gangland go crazy.
Gangland go crazy. But yeah, so current state of anime, right?
Mm.
So the first note I want to get off, right? it's very obvious right now. Anime is bigger than it ever has
Ever
been.
been.
Like ever. Like not there hasn't been another point in time when anime has been this big and profitable, right? That's a key thing today, right? Profitable, right?
Yeah.
I would even go as far as say anime is even bigger is bigger in the US than it is in Japan. Like that's where I'm taking it.
Easily.
I'm saying that. It's it's very obvious that you can tell when a show knows it's popular and it's
Right.
time to cash out, right? And they also know, I don't know, they just take advantage of it, right?
It's that Demon Slayer formula.
It's Demon Slayer, right? Demon Slayer is going to be a big topic on this because I feel like it shifted the culture a lot, not even on purpose, right? Like if I took Demon Slayer and I watched the full thing and it didn't get the hype, right? I would be sitting here right now telling you everyone should go watch Demon Slayer. It's a pretty good show. You guys should watch it. It's definitely worth watching. You guys should check it out. It's cool, right? But the fact that it's like put up here right now, it's driving me crazy. So I want to talk about the poll. I want to talk about the polls I did, right? So I went into some public Facebook groups, right? Public anime groups, a couple Discords, right? I had to leave one Discord, heated argument, right?
That's the best.
So the poll was, and if you guys are in the Facebook group, the poll was done on the Facebook group too, right? The poll was, what is your favorite? Right? I didn't say best. I said favorite. What's your favorite canon anime movie? Right? So we're talking, I mean, the main three options I gave were Naruto the Last, Made in Abyss movie, and obviously Mugen Train. Right? It's a loaded question. And I put etc. And I talked about whether Resurrection F and Battle of Gods are considered canon because they technically got reanimated in episodes anyway, right? So I let that out there. People want to pick that. And I'll tell you right now, 99% of people picked Mugen Train. Yeah. But the people who picked it, I would click on and kind of like look at the other stuff they say in the groups. And they're seasoned anime people. Like they're not just like popped up and they're like, oh, like My Hero was the first anime I've ever watched, right? It wasn't those people. It was people like us who have history in it, right? And it was really frustrating, right? A lot of arguments, a lot of people in the comments were like arguing for Naruto, but just still weren't voting for it. And a lot of people just weren't voting, by the way.
They didn't have the backing.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, no, it's definitely not Mugen Train. It could be Naruto, but it's definitely not Demon Slayer. And we had this argument, and people just kept saying, like, yeah, but, like, look how good the fights look. They make the show really good. But it's that, and they always say, too, and I always counter it, and people just shrug because they don't know what to say after it. They always go, no, it's because of, like, the brother-sister dynamic. And I tell them,
bullshit.
That's not a real brother-sister dynamic right now. What it is Tanjiro having some weird obsession with his sister right now because he's way overly protected. She's a demon. Are you kidding me? If
she can do her own thing.
I was like, yo, if I keep bringing this up, if my whole family got slaughtered, right? It's so bad, right? And then it was just like me and like, I don't know, one of my sisters, right? I'm not going to pick one. I don't care which one lives. I mean, I don't care which one died. Well, I don't know.
Great.
It doesn't matter which one it is.
Meeny, miny, mo. One of them's going to survive.
One of them's going to survive, right? But whatever one survives, right? The initial thing is the same thing, episode 1 of Demon Slayer, right? It's still like, hey, stop, I'm your brother. Come on, blah, 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 right? Then, of course, you go through the whole, like, don't hurt her. She's my sister, right? But the first moment where you're being attacked and she jumps out and rips the dude's head off, you're like, oh, dude, high five, throw that box away, right? Let's go. We're going to take, and we're going on a vengeance. Like, I feel like the story of Demon Slayer is wrong. It's a good story, but I feel like it's wrong. They gave Tanjiro the wrong resolve. I understand what they're doing. They're trying to do the brother and sister thing, but you can still do that and have a revenge arc, right? There's no point why this shouldn't be a revenge anime. It literally starts with his family being slaughtered. You're telling me your whole family got slaughtered and your number one goal is to just bring your sister back to human? No. My goal is to take my demons
No
my
lie.
sister's demon's powers and go kill every single demon.
This is the first time I'm hearing your issue with Demon Slayer, bruh, and I fucking completely agree with you.
Yeah, so people always go, no, it's like it's a really good like brother sister anime, right? And I go, no, no, no. You know what's crazy is that you guys ever seen Brotherhood? Because right now Demon Slayer is looking like a poor version of Brotherhood. So you got a sibling who is not human. You're trying to fix it, but you can't. It's weird. Oh, and also your sibling's really strong. It's starting to sound like Brotherhood done really bad.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
And then people go, oh, blah, 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 whatever, right? And I go, oh, cool. How is this sibling couple worse than Gurren Lagann? And those two aren't even related.
Hey, your point right now, bruh, is on point.
I'm telling you, I've had so many arguments with
It's
these.
looking legit. I'm
Dude,
just saying.
I've
bruh.
had so many arguments with these Demon Slayer people that I had to sit back. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna load up these 9s, right?
Dude said, "Let me hold on. This is a 50 right here.
I'm about to banana clip the shit out of you guys.
It's 30 right here."
Yeah, it was very easy. Like it didn't take me very long to find like proof on this. Like I literally was like, let me think of something. People like it because of brother and sister. And as soon as I was like, what's another brother and sister anime? Like millions came into my mind, and all of them were better. So I kept telling people, whatever you guys like Demon Slayer for, there's something out there that's done better.
Bruh, like I said, you know how I was when Demon Slayer first came out the rip, bruh. I loved it. As a fan, once you finish it, you realize, bruh, it's boo boo, bruh. Like it's the content that you get from the manga is completely different from the anime.
Yeah.
And just the anime, it just glitters it so much, bruh, that people are just fucking hypnotized.
Yeah. And then people go, oh, but like the demons are cool. They got cool powers. Those fight scenes are really good. And you're like, no. So to me, a fight scene is a fight, right? Not Tanjiro getting beat up for 15 minutes and
The whole time.
and then him going, no, I can't lose. And then he takes a breath.
One move.
And then he goes, Formation 1, water, demon, whatever crap, you know? And then I go, okay, cool. You guys like fights against like demons and evil. Cool. So Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress definitely doesn't get the respect it deserves.
Facts.
And it definitely.
I was telling you to watch that. Remember, I was telling you to watch that, bro, way back when, bro.
Yeah, I remember looking at it and be like, oh, this show looks weird. And then I watched like the first episode and I was like, yo, what is this?
Mamie.
That thing is sick.
Zombie.
And then you also have like Dotoro.
Yeah.
You want to kill some demons with a real good story. Oh, this story will make you question why you ever liked Demon Slayer.
Yeah, from the elbows down, bro.
And then I'm gonna go throwback on you. I don't really quite remember this show as much, but I know I've seen it. Remember Ushio and Tora?
Ooh!
Yeah.
Hands with a spear.
Yep. Because I was sitting there, I was like, what else? It's like fight demons.
Tiger, lightning god.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, what was that? That Tora one. And I was like, yeah, Ushio and Tora.
That shit go crazy.
Those 3 right there, already better than Demon Slayer in terms of fighting demons.
Yeah, facts.
And then somebody told me, like, well, like, their fight scenes are A1. What fight scenes are better than fucking Demon Slayer? What's better than a Rui fight? You know what's funny? I wrote that out, and I was like, better fight scenes? You know what my answer is?
What?
It's just LOL every show. I was going to type out fight scenes I thought were better, and then I was like, yo, every fight scene.
Bruh, and this is the problem I have too, bruh, because the fight itself was not that. It's literally one scene within the fight that people fucking go ridiculous about.
You know what's funny is that Tanjiro loses that fight. By the way, spoiler alert, he doesn't win that fight. You know what the fun?
Wait, bro. We can't go past that. You can't say spoiler. Like, this shit's been out for a fucking whole year and a half. If they ain't watched it now, they fucked up and they gonna learn about some shit.
Yeah.
From just having social media.
Not only that, was that he didn't win the fight, the way the fight was won looked a whole lot better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? He's just like deep quiet. He was like quiet. And it just got quiet. And then like water got real calm and his head just falls off. I was like, yo, that was more sick than him screaming and then Nezuko all of a sudden like, oh, I have demon powers.
Yeah. Hey, PJ, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I gotta change gears. I have to ask if you watched this, bro, because I've been seeing this shit pop up on my Reddit and my Twitter hella much. Have you watched that last Rurouni Kenshin movie on Netflix?
The last Rooney. What's the last one?
It's live action, bro.
Oh no, I didn't watch it then.
Bro, I heard all. I want to say it's 3 movies. Good as fuck.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I'm talking about like shit's on Attack on Titan, and we're not gonna bring up Bleach because Bleach was so done. Bleach and that Dragon Ball movie was so trash. We're not gonna bring those up.
well, the Attack on Titan movie is also really really bad. It's one of the worst ones made. Easily.
Throw it in that category
Easily.
too.
You know why it's weird? It's weird for like the same opposite version in America issues, right? It's weird because they're Japanese, right? You ever hear somebody try to say Eren Yeager in Japanese?
Eren Yeager.
Oh, it's weird. Because all the names are German. It's a German show, so they're all German, and they're like saying German names in Japanese, and you're like, oh, this is not it. This is why America changes names. Got it. We're calling you what? No, your name is Ted. I can say that. I can't say the other thing in English. Like that's why that's one reason why it's bad. The other one is just the CG is just not believable.
Right. Hey, so let me ask you, since this first half of the season is done, what do you think of Attack on Titan?
I think it's good if we don't think about source material. I think for what it is, right? Because there's tons of people who've watched Attack on Titan who aren't going to read it, and I don't blame them.
You're fine with the quality of CGI that we get, bro?
I liked it. I thought it was fine. I don't think it was like top notch, right? But it was fine.
That's my problem. As someone who's I can say I'm an avid manga person now. Like I'm not gonna go to the Japanese term because
I was like you're gonna do the whole thing, huh?
But in terms of the quality of work that you get is so much more better than anime now, bro. Because like I'm personally from season 3 to season 1, bro, I so much appreciate the 2D, like I would say specialists throughout the entire way versus the CGI, bro. The Titans look cool. It's just something's off for me personally. It's just I don't feel.
I think it was because it looks too clean. I think that's what you don't like.
That might be it, bro.
Yeah, I think it's because I think it's just too clean for you, and this is a dirty show. Like this is grungy. This is meant to be gross and bloody.
Yeah. And
terrible, and they made it pretty.
You know what else is bloody and terrible? You know what I'm leading to. That trailer.
Oh man, I'm tempted to play it, but every time we play a trailer, we get
fucking copyrighted.
We get copyrighted on it. But you guys need to go watch Chainsaw Man. I'm telling you now, like the way you guys were telling me about Jujutsu Kaisen is how I'm talking about Chainsaw Man. It's the same feel. It's just. It's a good thing, man. Like it has one of the most hated villains in the show. I guarantee you.
The bitch is canned.
Denji as an MC is funny as hell because he's exactly who he is. He is
his motive for life is so simple.
His motive. So check this out, guys. You look at everybody else, right? Asta, I want to be the Magic King, right? Naruto, I'm trying to be Hokage, right? Goku, I want to be the strongest in the world. Denji, what do you want? I'm hungry. Yo, can you give me some food? What else do you want? Food tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah. I want a comfortable life, man. I just want to be able to have a nice bed and some food.
And that's not even capping. Like that's literally his motivation. Like he says it. What's your motivation for this? Oh, because he's feeding me. And you're like, all right, fair enough. You know? You can't hate on a guy. That's what I was looking at. I was looking up flashy fight scenes. I was doing some weird research for this fucking Demon Slayer thing, man. I'm telling you, I was going in on those nerds.
Were you?
I was going in.
Let me ask, bro. Did you get a bunch of like the fight scene was the best I've ever seen in my life online, bro? Were you getting a bunch of like just non-factual statements.
I was getting people who didn't. I was getting trolls. I couldn't get anyone to intelligently argue with me.
Ah, I see.
Right? I didn't have any good. I didn't lead the conversation and be like, "Oh, okay, well, Demon Slayer isn't that bad," or like, it wasn't me and the other guy didn't slap hands, be like, "Hey, yeah, I guess each his own." Like, good talk. Like nothing ended like that. It always ended with them
Some
calling
kid
me
trying to, like,
some geekhead, saying I'm old, stuck in like nostalgia. Like I get a lot of that. Oh, I found the show. Monogatari. Monogatari series. There's one fight in particular. So, and this is also gonna lash into this whole state of anime, right?
Right.
So, fight scenes.
Turn your home into the international headquarters for your small business.
Can you guys hear that? No, only I can hear that.
Visit your local Staples store to get every tool you
that's
need.
trash.
Okay, there we go. I was like, what?
Because I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
Hold
because
on,
you couldn't hear it, right?
Yeah. No, I can't hear it either.
Oh, okay. Damn, that threw me off
shit.
so bad.
Fuck Trey Young.
Going off. So the thing with fight scenes, right? If you remember back, right, you look at Dragon Ball fight scenes, Naruto fight scenes, it was very hand to hand, you know, and when it came to powers, it was flashy, it was still good, right? But that's what the show was about, right? Dragon Ball was about Goku being the strongest in the world and just beating up anyone who stepped onto Earth, right? Naruto was about him trying to be the greatest ninja in the world and being Hokage. And there's a giant war and there's all fights, right? Fighting animes, right? Not all shonens are fighting animes, right? Because like I guess Yu-Gi-Oh isn't considered a fighting anime, even though they duel. But even then, Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It's a card thing. It's all duels, right? Right. Then you get to Demon Slayer, and I go back to this. The show doesn't fall into anything. It's not a fight show. It doesn't specialize in fights because you get episodes without fights, right? It's not really a buddy team shonen, right? It's not like Team 7, right? You're not getting.
See, I hear you, bro, because it definitely falls into that gray category.
It's in a weird.
It falls in a lot of slots.
Like it doesn't know what it wants to be. So people are like, no, it's a really good fight anime, and I was like, no, it has a couple good fight scenes in it, but bad stories, and that led me to saying my example of good stories with a little bit of fight scenes, where the fight scenes are top notch, is the Montagari series. I got distracted by that thing. Yeah. So it's in like 3 seasons. First, second, I think final. So I think 3 seasons. It's majority all dialogue, but it's like a really cool world. Like if you like ever have time to sit back and just absorb a story, it's worth it. It's a good one. It's almost like Demon Slayer, by the way. It's pretty much like a high school student who gets like attacked by a vampire. Yeah. And then he, you know, this is going to sound very fan servicey, but it's not. But he ends up helping a bunch of girls who
Let me see a screen cap, bro.
Montagari.
Let me see a screen cap, bro. Because honestly, hearing it sounds like the testament of a new sister or whatever I was watching.
It could be that just without fan service and stuff.
But that's the thing. That's the reason why I don't like the show. It's so much fan service, bro. It's like this reminds me of being 12 and 11.
So make sure it's on our screen. Montagari.
I think, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're talking about the same exact show.
Yeah, I mean these screens are kind of weird, but this is the cover, basically, in the first couple. That's the whole cast.
I can't. Bro.
I just realized you guys can't see that.
Well,
that's the whole cast.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching.
This is the main thing. This main dude here, all he does is just get his ass beat all the time. It's like all he does.
Bruh, I want to say, bruh, that's damn near identical to the Testament of a New Sister Devil.
Yeah, maybe.
But except for that has so much.
I'm just gonna type in Montagari fight scene and it's gonna pop up. Yep, Kaomi kind of, but yeah. So, it's 1:50. I'll play it. Right. I'm gonna mute it so you guys can't hear it, and then I'll leave it small like this. Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like. It's not the main part of our video, right? So like, don't ban me, don't copy. If they copyright this, I'll just edit this out. I'll leave it here. So I'm gonna give a little insight on this. No insight actually. You just gotta take it for what it is,
Right, let them witness it for the greatness it holds.
and we'll just keep talking on it. So this is Kaomi, the MC, I think. Yeah, that kid right there. Kanbaru. Yeah, dude, this fight's insane. I'm also gonna note that the show is about like 9 years old. Look how good it looks.
Mm.
And I'll tell you right now, this is not a fighting anime. There's probably one other fight scene before this, in like 2 seasons. There's like one fight scene a season, but when they gave it to you, this is one of the best ones on here.
God damn.
Yeah, this is what he specializes in, just getting beat.
Bro, this is worse than the beating, bro. My nigga is getting fucked up.
Hold on, here you go. This is it.
Bro, hoodie guy is like unleashing on cuz.
This is the part.
He teaching him a lesson in boxing. Oh shit, that nigga just kicked the hole through his fatality.
Uh-huh.
God damn.
And she grabbed him by the guts and swung him by the guts. Hit the wall like a fly.
Dead.
Yeah, well, he's a vampire, so he's not dead. That was pretty much it. But see, that's
God damn.
That's a show that's not a fight show that puts out good fights. Like that fight right there, I'm telling you. If
that was just a blind reaction, bro. That there was no script in that shit.
The crazy part, this show came out in like 2012.
God damn.
Right? That fight scene.
What's the title of the show again?
Monogatari.
Monogatari, nigga. God damn.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that fight scene is very, and it's like that's the Japanese for it. It's a little bit longer. Bakemontegari. I'm telling you, that fight scene is deceiving. I'm telling you right now, it's all story. It's 100%. You know those parts in Attack on Titan we're reading and we're like, oh God.
Yeah.
That's the whole show. Then it hits you with a fight scene. You're like, oh, I got to keep watching. And then it's like another season of talking and story. But it's creepy though. It's definitely paranormal psychology kind of thing with vampires. So yeah, it's cool. But that's just me saying there's shows out there. If you want a good story with a couple fight scenes sprinkled into it, you got shows. You don't need to. I'm literally telling people don't watch Demon Slayer, right?
Yeah.
And then that goes into another thing where I think it's the big topic on the state of anime, right? Because I think right now it's the 2 generations, right? It's our generation of people watching anime, and then you got Gen Z's generation, right? Just coming up. My Hero is like the big thing, right? The issue right now, and we're split on this. I'm pretty sure we're split on this. It's gatekeeping, right? Gatekeeping is interesting in my eye because it's one of those to where we can all agree that we want people to enjoy anime because we do, right?
Exactly.
It's a great thing. We want people to enjoy it. What irks you and what irks me, and I think it kind of clouds our judgment on this, is that we want people to like it the way we liked it. And they're not. They're not liking it for the right reason.
I agree with that 100%, bro.
But then that's kind of irritating because then they can look at us and being like, well, what gives it, the whole, like, what gives it your right to tell me why I should like something? And you want to tell them, no, you're missing the whole point of it.
You're missing the point.
The whole point of Naruto The Last was to give us a conclusion and watch grown men cry. That was the only reason why Naruto The Last was made.
There's a lot of Americans who I know did not put a fucking cent into that movie. I watched the shit 3 times in theaters, bro.
That movie, man, made me feel like a proud parent.
Nigga.
Like I just watched Naruto grow up and become Hokage and get the girl after he gets rejected. That's the best part. The best part is that he goes up to Hinata, and you guys are missing all this story. And he goes, you're right. You know what? I think you're right. I'm in love with you. She's like, peace.
Fuck you, Sakura, bro. That bitch.
Yeah. That movie was everything, man.
Yeah.
That movie.
Hey, no lie, bro. I think we were in a state of anime. I think this is another reason why we have problems with just passing the baton and just trying to, like, the argument to the Gen Z anime goers. It's so hard because they don't have story. They just have cosmetic.
Yeah.
Like even with their video games, it's just cosmetic.
Yeah.
No substance. But I think the reason why we have a problem with that is just like what you were saying, bro. We came up in a time where story was everything, bro.
Oh,
Like
everything.
The it was more so about getting the craft out before perfecting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think another issue too, and it's one that I think it's hard for new anime fans, is dealing with, because you look at shows like, I guess Demon Slayer, but you look at more like My Hero. I don't know what else was big right now. Even Boruto right now, they're consistently coming out every week,
week by week,
by week, right? And then they take a break and they're back the exact same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell people that that's not how it's always been,
right? Right.
And that's not something they should look forward to. It's one of those,
not common,
and that's why I get even more mad when what's his name, the Jujutsu Kaisen mangaka was like, yo, my body hurts, I gotta rest. And all the comments underneath are just like, yo, what are you doing? It's another Hunter x Hunter. It's another Hunter x Hunter. And it's like, yo, Togashi is dying, y'all.
Bro,
and all you guys want is just for
There's
Dawn
no
to
concern for the creator themselves, bro.
At all. Because everyone just wants their stuff now. But what they don't know is that you guys must have not been One Punch Man fans then.
Yeah.
Because everyone keeps asking me, oh, when do you think season 3 is going to come out? And I joke and I go, oh, like 2025. And they go, ha ha ha. Like, no, I'm serious. I mean, it took us 4 years to get season 2. I mean, it's gonna take another 4 or 5 years before we get the next one.
All right.
And then I think it's because of One Punch Man. I think that's the one show that I think is one of those. The show is Saitama in itself, in the whole thing. It's one of those, like, it doesn't get enough credit for what it does, right? Because One Punch Man is a show that makes fun of everybody, right? But not only that, One Punch Man can easily be one of the biggest merchandising franchises out there, right? Right?
Can I make a
Easily.
comparison, bro?
Yeah.
One Punch Man is Japan's South Park.
Yeah, basically, that's more towards like Gintama. I don't like Gintama. That's what I get. A lot of people say like, oh, it's more of the slapstick comedy. But no. So what I'm trying to say is, One Punch Man has the opportunity to be huge, right? It can be Dragon Ball, right? Mm-hmm. It has the whole concept, right? This guy can kill everybody in one punch, right? It's kind of funny because he comes in at funny times. He could easily be pumping out 12 seasons, right? Just giving us stuff, right? So one, we don't even know who created it. Right. That's the crazy part. Is that this could be $1 million thing, right? But Hero is just kind of like, nah, I do this for fun. So not only that, he puts out chapters randomly. Like literally at the end of, on Shonen Jump, it'll say like coming July 10th, right? It doesn't ever say anything on the bottom. It just ends. And then maybe you get a chapter.
Wait.
It will say like coming soon or something. It'll never give you a date. Not a single One Punch Man chapter will give you a date. I can almost guarantee it.
That's fucking wild.
Because he just puts them out whenever he wants. And on top of that, who knows? Maybe you'll get a 120 page chapter. Maybe you'll get a 10-page chapter. We'll find out next month, maybe, or a couple months, maybe, or maybe it'll take a year. We don't know. And I think that is brilliant because he can literally work how he wants. It's like he wakes up and goes, that's what they should do today.
Yeah.
And then he draws it. And then he goes, let me sleep on it. And he does some other stuff. I feel like that right there is very underappreciated in this because we put a lot of... I don't think people know really about Japan's work ethic compared to America, right?
People in America don't understand, bro. People in Japan literally work themselves to death. They have literally made a word of when you work yourself to death.
Because it's a common thing.
Yeah.
Like, people just shake it off. Like, it's like a... Yeah. And also, too, I also feel like with the popularity of, like, Demon Slayer, right? So the problem with Demon Slayer moving forward, and I think might be another issue with the current state of anime, is that it kind of set the bar at a weird level. Because it's saying that, like, no matter how good your show is, it has to look this good.
Okay, I understand that. Yep.
Right? And I think it screwed itself up because, and I'm going to say this right now. If you guys have been here for a while, for a few months, a year, however long we've been here, you guys know that the show I used to bag on all the time was My Hero. Remember that? Remember I used to bag on it. Why do you guys like My Hero? But remember, I used to tell people it's not a bad show. It's just not as good as you guys think it is. And then now, let me drop a fact on you. You ready? Mm-hmm. Next week is the season 5 finale. Bet you guys didn't know that. Bet you guys didn't know the season's on right now.
See, let me tell you, bro. It's different for me because I read the manga, so I kind of gauge when it's over.
Yeah.
But for those, I feel like for those who strictly are anime based, they wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, so now I'm laughing, right? Because I'm telling people, because I'm having the same feeling again, right? When I was talking about My Hero, because remember I even told people, we read it and we said, hey, coming up, My Hero's gonna get insane, and you guys are getting it next season. My Villains is starting. That's gonna be one of the best arcs out there
ever,
right? And I had to say this right now too. This is you're gonna shrug and agree with me, but you're gonna hate that you agree with me. The current arc that we're on for My Hero manga, it's gonna be super popular. It's gonna be one of the most popular seasons out there. Yep, you hate it. I knew you hated it. You hate it. It's gonna be now your green screen fell. You're so mad. Hey man, I'm just so mad now you see through. Man.
No, I fucking agree with you completely, bro. Give me a second. I completely would you agree because I feel like the general populace, they're willing to take whatever work is given. Like,
yeah,
you know, like I feel like just in regards to this season, bro, we're giving chicken scratch, bro.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because it's not like this arc is bad, right?
Right.
The arc isn't bad. It's a little drawn out. To be completely honest, this kind of needs to end. But like, as us reading it, it doesn't make me more of a Deku fan. The more I've read this,
at all.
The only
honestly, me and you, I feel like we both agree on the same time. We're kind of that anti-hero guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I definitely, we definitely antagonist people.
But honestly, bro, since seeing Deku go from this happy-go-lucky, cheery guy to kind of like,
don't mess it up too much.
Oh,
it's giant.
So hard to say, bro.
I know. So listen, this character growth should have been good.
Yeah.
It happened too sudden. And it doesn't make sense why it happened.
But I feel like even just saying that is giving a lot away, bro. And I feel like there's no way to talk about My Hero without spoiling.
But people, I think this is one that people don't know. I don't know a lot of people who read My Hero.
That's a fact.
I don't know a lot of people who read it.
Me neither.
And the crazy part is that you guys are so far away. The stuff we're talking about now,
I don't know anything, bro.
I'm not even lying. The stuff we're reading now, you're not going to get for 2 years. Easy. It's going to be 2 years before you get to where we're at.
You know, honestly, it's the sad part. Just hearing that and just thinking, like, hearing that and just thinking, Jujutsu Kaisen, we have no hope. We have no hope.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen, man. I mean, the good news is that we have enough source material to get a season 2 anyway. Just after season 2, there's going to be a hiatus after season 2. It's not going to be a Hunter x Hunter hiatus. I guarantee.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like Attack on Titan. We might get like 2 years away.
Yeah, I think right now there's too much money for this mangaka to completely shut down. Right? He's some of this money that you guys are giving to Jujutsu Kaisen has to be going to help him pay this guy's medical bills. Right?
Right. And think about it. That movie's coming out too, so he for sure. He put himself in a perfect situation to still get the bag.
Yeah, so he's gonna be good. I mean, he's not Togashi, right? Togashi don't care, right? Togashi does what Togashi wants, right? Togashi goes, "Hey, what do you guys want to see today?" And we're like, "Oh, we want to know what happens to in Yu Yu Hakusho when the 3 Demon Kings." He goes, "All right, cool. So I have this new show coming out. It's called Hunter x Hunter, right?"
He's a pimp.
What?
You know the cool part?
But
He told us, I'll give you a OVA. That motherfucker never dropped.
Nope. Never dropped. And then he dropped Hunter x Hunter, and you're like, oh, this is great. He's like, I got this whole plan for it, right?
So was the dream.
And he was like, hey, after the election arc, which, by the way, I see no one's talking about the election arc because it's pretty bad. After the election arc, it just like ends, right? At least Yu Hakusho gave you some type of ending. Like if I never told you that it was incomplete, you would just think it had a weird ending.
Exactly.
Right?
With the demon, the new demons.
The new demons coming up, and you're just like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. He must have been setting up for like a new show or something, right? Like, no,
exactly.
he just didn't want to finish it. He straight up was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
You get the election, I think Jen becomes the new president, and that's it.
Well, he was like, that's it. And, but like Hunter x Hunter, like,
hey,
Hunter x Hunter League just
I do have to say this. Have you been peeping how people have been talking about it all on Twitter about the just strictly dark content?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, because that arc, if made now, gets the show canceled.
Ooh, because the social climate of today.
Oh yeah. First, you have you know, right before the Dark Continent. I don't remember if he shows up in this arc, but you got Swastika Kid, right?
Yeah.
You got him. You got to airbrush that.
Yeah,
and then you have the greatest Yusuke scene in the world, where he doesn't know if it's a boy or a girl,
and he proceeds to beat his ass. Everybody catches these hands, bro. Yusuke, you're best.
Yo,
woman and child, y'all all can get it.
He was literally like, I don't care. Which I guess is cool, right? I mean, it's treating everyone as equals. But like, he gave her the smoke.
That's equality for you.
And then they're like, no, it's a boy. And he was like, nah. What I did was I went by her and then I grabbed her in her crotch area. And there was it crotch, right? Or did you grab her boob?
It's the boob.
He grabbed the boob, and he was just like, it was squishy. So I knew it was a boy, and it was lying to me, and proceeded to beat the crap out of her. Like that can't work in today's climate.
Yeah.
Right. And for the record, it shouldn't have worked in the past. It was funny then, but like it just won't fly now. Right. And I feel like if Hunter x Hunter keeps going as well, that's not going to fly very well. That's another reason why you guys aren't getting it. As someone who freshly watched Hunter x Hunter, because I spammed through the whole thing, that also would need a lot of changes. Right? Hisoka obviously couldn't be a person anymore.
Bro, you remember when him and he first like agreed to trap with Gon in them? And the world, the game thing?
Yeah.
My nigga was getting them rocks off to them shorts, man.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
He was like, oh, Gon. He was like, what? Stop looking at me like that. He was like, oh, I can't wait to taste you. Dude, it's bad, man. It's bad. And then you go through all that, and then you have the dodgeball scene.
Hey,
he decides
I
to
hope somebody clips that, bro. You just going, ooh, go on.
That's Hosoka's whole thing. So Hosoka can't exist, right?
Yeah.
In New Age, Hosoka can't exist. There's you know, just his dad just not. This story is so weird, right? Because it's very obvious that this dude just does want nothing with Gon. He's like, yeah, I just want him to be the strongest in the world. Shouldn't you teach him? Because you're the strongest in the world. He's like, nah. He's rolling up telling his friends, yo, my son's going to be here. And when he's here, I need you to beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
It's literally what he's telling people. Yo, when he gets here, beat the living crap out of him.
Let him have it.
And then tell him to get stronger. And then beat the crap out of him again.
Some more, yeah.
Some more. Just keep going.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Bro.
That show's insane. That show, watching it all the way through, made me realize why you guys like it. It's literally, it gives you this. It has the same feeling that Naruto gives people, but it's like the dark, more realistic. Like, yo, you're gonna catch these hands. This dude's gonna get smoked. You lost your arm. Like,
yeah.
It's just real smoke out there. It's just a lot darker. It's a dark Naruto. That's all it is.
Yeah. And then I just think too, like the fight scenes are way more intense. Like
the fight scenes are more intense.
Like,
there's more. It's
Naruto in its own. I just have to say this, bro. Naruto was like Jordan. can't do no wrong. And the Hunter is Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, I can see that. They do both, exist both at the top. Yeah. I can admit that. I can admit right now that it is very close now for what the number one shonen is, right? It is very neck to neck with Hunter x Hunter and Naruto, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's argument is Naruto has too many fillers. You can drop that argument. We've heard it too many times. Watch the filler. It's actually good.
Right.
Like
it's washed. It's a washed argument.
It's a washed argument. The fillers are good, right? You get Itachi's whole story. You get how all the Akatsuki were put together. Like, they're good sizes. There's bad ones, obviously, right? But they're not Dragon Ball fillers, right? Like, no one's getting their license. There's no baseball game. Gohan isn't eating ice cream on the bench with future Trunks. Like, like, that stuff isn't going. That right there is just Toriyama going, I don't feel like working this week.
He's ready for that shit to be over.
Toriyama is the definition of what
he's a slave.
Yeah, but his issue also, he can walk away because he's left, right? And then they destroyed it. They turned into GT, right?
Yeah.
And he had to come back.
Right.
He didn't have to come back. Dragon Ball was already known to be one of the best shonens out there. Every real fan out there disconnected GT. GT is not canon. We don't talk about GT.
There's a whole GT community, bro, who thinks it's the best series of the Dragon Ball series, bro. And it's honestly, it's hilarious. It's really laughable.
Yeah, I have names for those guys that would make this the last episode, right? Those guys are special. GT is... You can watch GT and like it. That's fine. I've watched GT and laughed and enjoyed it. Watched, was it Super Saiyan 4 or 5? When he turns into the ape with long hair and becomes an adult again for some reason, because that's how Saiyans work.
That was so stupid.
Right?
He was Super Saiyan 3 as an adult, Super Saiyan 4 as an adult.
Yeah, like that was cool, I guess. Right? That was cool to watch. But at the end of the day, no real Dragon Ball fan is going to consider GT canon worthy, right? It has some cool moments. There's stuff in there. Sense. There's stuff in there we wanted canon, and we got it, right? We got Gogeta, right? Yep. That's what everyone wanted. Everyone wanted Gogeta. We got Gogeta and Broly, right? So he's canon now. He's in the Z universe. And he just ignored it. Man, this is what it is. But he had to come back for Super. And it wasn't, it was... we don't know the reason why he came back. It can't just be because GT was so bad, right? It was obviously the pressure from the community.
I mean, I feel like it was, just like you said, pressure from the community as well as GT was terrible, bro. Like,
GT was really bad.
There's a small community that really think it's the best arc and series within the Dragon Ball saga. But, I mean, bro, the majority, just like you and I think, bro.
It's fine. Those people exist, right? They're like the Amish, right? The Amish still exist in America, right? There's still Amish people in America.
All this is gone. You keep this clean. You just...
Right? Amish people still exist, just like GT fans still exist. We just kind of ignore them and let them do their own thing, right? They don't harm us. We don't harm them. They're just GT fans. Woo, yeah. That's a cool reverse dragon. Yeah, that.
Hey, let me ask you this, bro. Since we're on this Dragon Ball thing, Super, right? You're up to date with the manga?
Yes.
How do you feel about the saga?
So this goes into my whole state of anime thing.
Yep.
What's happening right now is because of the state we're putting anime in. All we want is Dragon Ball to continue, right? Nobody here wants it to end, right? We've already seen the fan drawing of how it ends. It's beautiful, right? Even the Goku one when he's like old. Have you seen that drawing? Yeah. When he's old and Vegeta's old, right? Because that prophecy is looking pretty true. I'm not going to go into it, but that prophecy is looking right. Or whatever they drew, they for some reason went down the correct line of the plot, right? But the problem is Toriyama doesn't care enough. We all know it. We joke about it, right? He is recycling storylines. It's very obvious. All he has to do is think of a new overpowered villain.
It's
right?
the same thing over
Then
and
you
over.
got to think of a new Goku transformation. Then you got to think of an even cooler Vegeta transformation. But that transformation also has to get beat and then saved by another Goku transformation because Vegeta got beat.
It's terrible.
And then when Goku gets that strong and finally beats him, then some massive ultimate transformation is going to happen. We saw it with Moro. It's going to happen with this guy. Right? Because this guy's on the timeline.
They didn't see it with Moro yet, but they
that's why I said we saw it with Moro.
Oh, right, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that was ridiculous, right? That's the Goku Black mistake.
Planet,
Right?
bro.
Right? It's the same mistake they made with Goku Black, right? That could have been a really good way to go, but they literally told you can't beat him because every time you beat him, he just gets stronger, and until he's just stronger than you. And then Toriyama just went, oops, how do we get rid of him? Oh, don't we have like little kids who can just snap him? Okay, he's gone. Like that's literally how they ended it because Toriyama dug himself into a hole. So he's like, I'm not going to make that mistake again. Then he made Moral. Then he said, what's the most ridiculous thing I can possibly do for a Dragon Ball villain? Oh, planet. Planet. That's what I'll do, right? And this is going down the same line right now. Right now, where we at, guys? Look, without giving you guys spoilers, I'll tell you what's happening because I'll describe every season. So right now, what's going on? Goku and Vegeta
That's
just
so sad when you hear it. I'm sorry, bro, to cut you off, but that's so sad when you hear it out loud, bro.
Because watch, I'm gonna say it. It's really sad. So right now, an enemy has showed up. Oh, this time it's reversed. This time they showed up to the enemy. Right? It's a little different this time, right?
Yeah.
It's still a Namek, right? It's the same thing. They're in a planet, and now there's an ultimate bad guy, right? The bad guy goes, I want to kill all you guys. Goku and Vegeta go, what? I don't know why you guys want to, what are you doing? And he goes, I want to fight. And then Goku goes, hell yeah, let's fight. I don't know why you want to fight, but you want to fight because you're the strongest, right? Someone announced they're the strongest. Goku said, okay, let's fight. They fight. Goku loses. And then Vegeta steps in. This is where we're at now. So we know what's going to happen next. Vegeta fights. He shows off the cool new power that we got teased. Right?
Yeah.
He's going to lose.
Yeah,
Goku's going to step in. Goku's going to have the ultimate. We know what the ultimate is. We know what's going to happen. That's going to happen. And then it's going to look like he won. Right? And then Planet. The one thing Toriyama did well here, and it kind of flew under the radar, but he gave this guy a time limit. So even if Goku and Vegeta don't beat him, this dude's going to die pretty soon. you know? Like, they gave him a time limit. I'm not going to say what the time limit is or what it does, but he finally gave himself a ticking clock, which I think has always been an issue in Dragon Ball. There's never been a ticking clock since Frieza. Frieza was the last ticking clock, right? Because it was like, hey, Namek's going to explode. We're all going to die. We might as well just fight to the end, right? That's pretty much Namek, right? Yeah. After that, it was just pretty much just fight. Goku gives you a Sensu Bean, fight. And then you just go away for a little bit. That's Dragon Ball. And I feel like we don't hate it. And I think that's the problem. We just accept it, right? When Dragon Ball comes out, everyone's going to love it because it's exactly the same for the last 20 years. And it's fine. It's fine. You just have to accept that it's just going to be worse every time.
That's true.
It's just going to get worse as we go on. It's going to get cooler, right? All of Goku's transformations moving forward are going to be sick.
Amazing.
Especially with Vegeta and his new path in life. Oh, that's going to be fantastic. There are certain things I know Vegeta is going to end up doing, and I can't wait for it. Right?
Hey, all I got to say is the earrings matter, man.
Earrings matter, man.
The bling matters.
I'm saying. And that runs into the problem. Look how excited we are. Right, so Dragon Ball, right? So that's the issue of nostalgia, right? We like Dragon Ball because it's nostalgia, right? And then people like Demon Slayer because it's pretty, right? I think these are the two issues, and this is the two states of anime right now. I think the state of anime right now, is in a very interesting bridge.
Right.
Right now, it's us on one end and a new generation on one end, and we're trying to figure out how can we cross this bridge without it breaking. How can we cross this into a new land and not destroy this bridge? That's where we're at.
No, I agree.
I say it's fine. I say we're still in a good state right now. If you just venture off the beaten path a little bit, right? The path is obviously laid out by Demon Slayer. We're obviously going to get better looking animes. Yeah. We're going to get more canon movies. There's no reason why every show isn't going to do a movie now. I can't blame them. Demon Slayer put in so much money that there isn't a reason. There's not a single studio out there in Japan that's sitting there going, yeah, we don't need Demon Slayer money. No, Japan is
See-
still a capitalist country like us. They see the dollar bills and they go, whoa, wait. The world gave you guys how much money for this movie?
And that's the problem, bro.
Sugoi.
Care too much about the dollar, bro, because these movies aren't that good. Like the Demon Slayer movie was not that good, and
Oh, that's what I didn't get to. I was talking about My Hero.
personally.
So listen. Listen. This is what I'm super excited to say. So, I don't know how we got distracted this far off of My Hero. So anyway, remember back then I kept saying how bad My Hero was, right? And how it's just not going to be good moving forward, right? And now we're into season 5. Nobody's watching it, right? And no one's watching it. No one's even talking about it, right? I'm telling people now, when you get this season of Demon Slayer, you will feel so silly for liking it. This season is so dumb, right? Because at first I remember like, okay, I'll tell you guys, you guys saw the trailer. It's the pretty guy's turn, right?
The ninja.
Yeah, the pretty ninja guy's turn. You know what I forgot and I realized was the demon they fought.
Yep.
And the little twist on it and how dumb that little thing was. And I go, oh, this arc sucks.
So stupid.
This arc
so stupid.
sucks. I will tell you, like I said for My Hero, it does get a little better, right?
Yep.
It gets a little better moving forward, right? Story-wise, we get a little bit more with the other pillars, right? They get more involved moving forward. But I'll tell you right now, the end and the final resolve for this whole thing is trash. It ended, and they were like, we don't care about all these plot holes. We don't care about all the backstory we gave you. It's over.
Trash as fuck.
That's literally how they ended. They had this whole, it's so frustrating to think about because you could have had this whole thing with Mugen and everything, right? But I'll tell you right now, Mugen is probably one of the worst villains ever written.
Bro, that's how you feel about Michael Jackson, bro.
What's Mugen's ultimate motive for what he does?
He wants to become a daywalker. Or just put it like that.
But like right now, so like if you forget future knowledge and you think about right now, right? We're a season in $1 billion movie in, right? So technically we call it 2 seasons because that movie should have been a season, by the way, not a movie.
Agreed.
So we're pretend 2 seasons in, right? What's the villain's motive? Exactly. You can't be 2 seasons in and you don't have a motive behind anything that's happening.
Okay, I hear you.
Not only do you have a protagonist who is having the wrong sense of justice right now, you also have a villain who's out there killing humans and we don't know why. But it's not a mysterious we don't know why. It's not one of those like, could it be? Like, no, it doesn't make sense. He has a human family. Like, he has a human family, and then they didn't dig into that. I feel like if they had a human family and he dug into that a little bit, like, oh, maybe, I mean, I'm throwing this out there, so I'm pretending I don't know anything, so everything I say, don't think it's a hint. But like, it could have been like, oh, maybe Mugen used to be like a human or something, and then he was like a test subject, or he needed to save his family, so he like drank some potion that's supposed to make him strong. Like, they could have went down that route and at least gave Mugen some kind of purpose, you know?
Right.
But he doesn't. He just pumps out upper demons and then lower demons, and then they just fight. And even those demons don't have like any motivation behind their things. The closest one, and it ended up being dumb, was the one that wanted a family. Well, was that Rui?
Yeah, Rui wanted a family.
Yeah, so like that was the only one that was like, she wanted a family, but it's like, nah, I mean, that's not a strong enough resolve to be out there just chewing on humans, you know?
Right, no, I agree.
Like something like you keep going back to Naruto. Those are some of the best well-written villains ever. Those villains, man, like.
But and the crazy thing with Naruto, the villains were so good. It was hard to see that they were a true villain due to the motives of the reasoning behind they're doing why they're doing.
Because you watch Pain, right, and you're like, oh yeah, dude, Pain, this is a badass character, right? He's in the Hidden Rain village. It's all gloomy, right? He's just like, yo, the world needs to feel pain. I had all these friends, but now they're all dead. The world needs to feel like me, right? Then you start digging, then he gives the ultimate death, and then you're like, nope, that's it. Pain, you're done. Pain, I want you out of here, right? And then Naruto runs into Nagato, right? all week. Then he starts talking, and you're like, yo, Nagasa's not really a villain. He's not a villain. And then he starts talking about, oh yeah, you know, us three started Akatsuki, and this is what we want it to be. And then you're like,
this is the original meaning of the Akatsuki.
And then you're like, yo, like, damn, maybe I don't want him to die.
Yeah. And think about it. The Akatsuki would have been mainly, bro, if Itachi wasn't there. And that's why I give you niggas like you Itachi stands y'all credit, bro. Because he single-handedly kept all them niggas in check, too, bro.
That's one thing like, I always bring up, and people are like, no, I'm not really. Like, no. You don't realize that nothing was happening at the Hidden Leaf because Itachi was alive. You literally couldn't touch Konoha because Itachi would just put you in you would think you just destroyed the world and became
that genjutsu so foul.
So yeah, dude, he would change your life
in the blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye. You'd be alive in 12 seconds. You just relived your whole life, and you've been tortured your whole life, and now you're awake, and it's only been 12 seconds, and you're just mentally destroyed. Like Itachi will ruin you if you touch the leaf. Right. And then he's gone. And then look at everything that happened afterwards. Like literally, Danzo couldn't start his attack. Pain couldn't start his assault either. Yeah. Kabuto couldn't start his weird little plan. Mm-mm. Which, by the way, what a weird plan Kabuto had. Because I feel like the one issue he had with that is that he doesn't have any control of the situation.
Yep.
Like when he put the plan together, and I was like, wait, you brought Madara back? Like I feel like if your plan is to, you know, like be the ultimate leader, you shouldn't bring back the ultimate leader.
Right. It's like, why bring back somebody who's stronger than you?
Like you shouldn't have brought back Madara. You shouldn't have brought back Hashirama. Like you thought.
And Itachi himself too, bro. Shit.
Yeah. Well, Itachi, I'm pretty sure Kabuto didn't know the story. You just think of Itachi like, oh yeah, he murdered all the Uchihas and there's one left and his brother. Oh yeah, let's give him that smoke. Didn't realize that was gonna.
That in itself is alone sounds so foul.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that just it was weird because it brought back like too many people. Because he's like, I'm gonna bring back all the villains and also all the Hokages. And you're like, what? Wait, aren't you trying to win? Right, so that was dumb.
It was so dumb.
It was just there so we can have the moment.
So we can have the Great Ninja War.
So we had not that I'm talking about the moment where Naruto pops up in the scene, and then Minato pops up and he goes, "It's like you're late, Dad," or something like that, and you're like, "Dang, that's what that was there for." It was for that moment.
That, and I had to say that Madara moment, bro, when he fought on the Shinobi Alliance.
Yeah, that was a good fight scene. That fight scene is crazy too because you think about like, and you see it too, and they did a good job at like the ninjas like hyping themselves up. The Shinobis are like, because you're like,
he's getting ready.
Yeah, because you're like, yo, I'm on the front line. I'm gonna be the fifth person to throw a punch at Madara. I'm not landing a punch
at all. At all. At all.
Imagine being the first person. And you're like, all right, I'm first. In your brain, are you thinking, yeah, they brought 1,000 of us because they thought the first person was gonna win? No.
Like, right, bro, can you imagine the thought right before this kick lands? Fuck, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
It's a kick off.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, that guy had it the easiest. He could literally roll out to the side and just chill for a little bit. I got kicked in the face, man. I'm out. Roll to the side and just watch other people just
get
murdered. Yeah. But see, these are things I feel like we're missing now in animes, right? There's moments like that to where it wasn't the fact that Madara had to fight the entire Shinobi Alliance. It was the fact that the whole Shinobi Alliance had to fight Madara. Like, that's the whole thing. The whole thing wasn't watching Madara. It was the build-up for it. Because it was Madara standing on top of the rock. Even before then, he was like, Hashirama. And he was like, I'll deal with you later. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, that part was like subtly funny.
Right.
He's like, Hashirama, I found you.
Not ready for you.
Like, yeah, we'll fight later, man. Calm down, right? It was just a whole build-up. It was like Madara appears, and then everyone's back there, and they're like, this is it, y'all. If we don't win this fight, it's over. And then even Madara, right? There's no way anyone can convince anybody Madara was a good person, right? He's definitely an evil person. The only problem is that his full attentions aren't even that evil. And even if you look at his past, like him and Hashirama were like good friends, would go out for ramen and tea and stuff in between killing each other's families. They're
But
literally
it wasn't even in that though. It was more so the niggas was like, "Oh, I'm fond of you. You kind of got the same morals. Your morals align with mine.
you just the other way.
It's just I
Yeah.
can't fuck with you." And then after you find out what he did to that nigga brother, it was like,
Yeah. You're like,
do you
oh.
blame him for doing what he did?
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, yo, like they literally just surrounded this kid and just murdered him. Right? And then called themselves, you know, and then he was the first Hokage, right? It's this whole George Washington thing, right? that's all Hashirama was. Hashirama, no doubt, the greatest, right? Biggest chakra reserves, most powerful shinobi of the time, right? That 1,000 hand Senju punch, that thing is insane, right? But at the same time, like, he killed Madara's brother, man. That's supposed to be your best friend, you know? Even you guys are on opposite clans. And then you look at Madara's goal, right?
Yeah.
And Madara's goal wasn't to murder everybody, right? It wasn't Michael Jackson's plan where it's like, I just want to kill all the humans, right? No, it was, I want to put everybody in an infinite dream where they can live their best lives in their dream. Ever. You will never experience peace like this, is one of the things he said, something like that, right? That was his whole thing. And then we're just like, nah, we gonna fuck you up. And it didn't work out until Guy had to put hands on him.
And then that too, bro. Like what?
And
I hate how Guy pieced the nigga up. He just couldn't finish. And
I
then,
think. Sorry, keep on.
Let's add some sage power. So was it? Yeah. Hey, let's add some sage power.
Yeah.
You
know what's crazy to think is that so he doesn't have any chakra, right? That's his whole thing. He can't use. He has chakra, but he can't use it for ninjutsu, right? Mm-hmm. That final tiger strike, that means that was a real tiger because that's not chakra. That means when he turns into like, he turns into right? Yeah. That means he was able to like, that's a weird thing to think about. Like that's not his chakra. That's just his aura. Like, yo, he just punched Madara with his aura. His aura is a tiger. Think of like, because it's not chakra. He's not actually shooting out light waves or whatever, right? He's not Chidori lightning. He literally was like, take these hands from up here.
Damn.
And then turn into the dragon. Again, that's aura, man. That's saying Guy's a dragon.
He was elite, bro. He was
elite. He definitely had to break his legs, or else right now.
I hate how it sounds.
I'll tell you this: if you didn't break Guy's legs and you didn't take Obito's Sharingan away from Kakashi, none of this exists right now. Nothing right now is going on. Because Kara, the way you're looking at Kara right now, they're strong, yeah, right? Because they're fighting Naruto and Sasuke right now and holding their own, right?
Right.
But now you got to fight Naruto, Sasuke, and then you think you're tired, and then Kakashi and Guy show up. Right? You're not winning that fight.
To me, right.
No one person is beating Naruto, Sasuke, Guy, and Kakashi. Back to back to back to back. No one's going to sleep. We're not waiting until tomorrow to fight again. You're getting back to back to back to back hands.
Right.
That fight's it's not going to go well.
At all.
Especially with Kakashi and Guy there, if they had to fight like a team for some reason, because we never saw that. Can you imagine if we saw that? That's what we should have got.
Their synergy would be flawless, bro.
Oh, it'll be like Naruto and Sasuke's fighting, where they like they didn't. Oh no, like like those two fighting together, where like they know each other's moves so well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, just imagine if we did get that, bro.
Yeah. So then,
just speak on that, bro. You can't just drop that on us and then not say nothing, bro.
I think at the end you get his what's it called again? His little dragon thing.
The Honda.
You think you get that followed by like a Kirin or something. I guarantee that's how it goes. If that's how that fight goes, right? Because it's Guy setting up as Kakashi's sitting there getting ready for his perfect Susanoo that he for some reason was able to do on his first try.
Okay.
Right? He hit the Susanoo. He got the second Sharingan, and all of a sudden he was like,
I get it, but it's like, come on, Kakashi, like, come on, bro.
Perfect Susanoo. Can you imagine? That's how the fight ends. It ends with Guy not even having to open all the gates. He ain't got to. Because the crazy part is that he knows he can, and then Naruto will just bring him back to life. It's still Naruto. He still has the exact same powers.
So weak.
Just open all your gates, die for a little bit, and Naruto
gives
just
you a little bit of chakra, and you're
and you're fine. Yeah. That's why they can't be there. But I was gonna say before, I think Naruto is a good reason why Demon Slayer isn't working very well, and why My Hero kind of struggled a little bit. I feel like My Hero is doing okay now. Even the season's not that bad. No one's just watching it because there's no big fight scene, right? I think the issue is that the amount of characters is very big, right? The only problem is that they're all very stale in Demon Slayer. They're very throwaway as well, right? Like Naruto has 10 times the amount of characters, but for some reason there's a fan base for all of them, because all of them kind of get their shine a little bit, right? You always, you got that Choji fight when you ate all those pills.
Whew.
Right? You get that
just
fight.
popping them Xannies, bro, getting skinny.
You get all of the Shikamaru fights. You get all of Rock Lee's fights, right?
Yeah.
You get all these side fights, and they're fantastic, right? So My Hero kind of struggled a little bit, right? They introduced a really big class, and they kind of like put everybody in a test, and it's kind of weird. But I feel like they're doing a good job. They're going to do a good job later. And I feel like they're really good at like at least implementing other heroes into stories, right? They're good at that. Demon Slayer is not. There's no other side character we really care about. Like, you like Zenitsu, but it's because he's funny.
There's no depth, right?
There's no depth to him.
He's a gag character.
He literally is a terrible character until someone hurts Nezuko or he falls asleep.
Yep.
Right?
And that's the thing. He's a terrible character. He was a terrible character until he falls asleep.
That's bad, right? And like, Inosuke is easily my favorite character just because he talks all that crap, right? But then I finished reading Demon Slayer, all right? And I'll tell you right now, Inosuke doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
Right? They don't do like Zenitsu gets a power up. That I'll tell you that right now. I'm actually a little anxious to see what his power up is going to look like.
Yeah.
Right? Inosuke doesn't really get a power up, right? It's weird, and he doesn't. And then throughout the story too, they don't ever have their own journeys, really, right? You never see Zenitsu trying. Oh, I guess you do try to get him to. But that's very short of him trying to get over it. I feel like that's like one episode. He had like a flashback, and he was like, "Sorry, master."
I was gonna say, you got to think about that too. That's in the past. That's not like the current travel. That's more so speaking on
him just thinking on his backstory. Yeah, you don't get any like. I'm not gonna call them training arcs, but you don't get any like character growth arcs, right?
Yeah. No, you had it right. No training arcs or character development. Like,
yeah, you don't get any character development.
You get what you get off the beginning, and that's kind of what it is.
And then we meet all these pillars, right? Pillars are cool, right? What you guys know about the pillars now is all I know.
Hey, you know what's main about that too, bro?
Huh?
Is the pillars, they give you the bare minimum except the one who has the brother.
Yeah, that's a really deep story. You're right. That's a really deep story, but that also comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
And it's also stupid. Like, I'll say it now. This dude eats. He eats demons. Like, I'll say it now, dude. I'll ruin it for you guys because that thing is.
That was trash.
That was trash.
Trash as fuck, bro.
He eats.
That's your thing.
That's your thing. You're just gonna eat demons. Yeah. You want to be cool like your brother? You're gonna eat demons. Yeah. I mean, you can, like get better at fighting. You can do that, or eat demons, I guess.
And then the brothers thing is, I don't want you to be weak to kill demons. You're not fit enough. Like, that's so stupid, bro.
See, it's so weird. It's so forced. That's why I'm saying that if this show never made $1 million overseas and never became this giant thing, I will be sitting here telling you right now, you guys should all watch Demon Slayer. I'm telling you right now. I'll be telling people right now, you guys need to watch it. It's a pretty decent show. But it grew too much. Its head got big.
Made too much money.
And it became Starbury. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Ooh. Stefan, huh?
That's how I feel about Starbury, because he was like one of my favorite point guards. Him and Steve Francis, right? Steve Francis' career went exactly
Steve Francis too, the midget?
Steve Francis' career went exactly how I thought. They were going to go, all right, so this guy is fast and he's just fast. We'll bump him a little bit. We'll let him shoot. And that was it. Steve Francis was gone. It sucks. It sucks, but he was gone. Starbury had it, man. That was it. Marbury was it. He should have been one of the greatest point guards out there, but bro got paid.
Yeah, he did his thing in China.
Hey, he has a statue in China, so he's doing his thing, and that's what I'm saying. That's Demon Slayer right there. It has the premise behind it has potential, right? If Tanjiro went on a revenge spree, already a better show. If Nezuko wasn't hiding most of the time and wasn't just out there for merch, because that's all she is. She's there for merch. You make her money with Nezuko. So you get her to do little cute things, and you put it on a Funko Pop, and it sells, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they took the revenge route, if they made Nezuko into this badass character, right? You had a super strong young female character who's out there just ripping heads off. Like literally, she can rip heads off and make demons' blood explode. Like I'm trying to see like a demon just explode from the inside, right? Because he like cut her, and now there's like a leak in the blood. Now she can connect to all the blood. Like that'd be sick. There's little things they can do, and they're just like, no, we got paid because we realized our money went up when the Rui fight happened, so we made everything beautiful. And people liked it. We even tried to put an episode where nothing happens. It was just bright lights, and it was just Tanjiro's dad dancing around. We made the whole episode about his dad dancing, and you guys loved it.
So dumb.
Because it was beautiful. It was a beautiful episode, man. And then they're like, all right, cool, we got this movie. Oh, there's like a really deep story behind Rengoku? No. What we need is fire. Like a lot of it. And then like a lot...
What we need is fire.
We need fire. No, but like his story with like his brother is like really good, and his dad really doesn't respect him, but he was no, we don't. No one cares about that. What we want to do is make the train come alive, and then we just set it on fire, like a giant fire, right? And then there's a fight scene, and then right before you think this guy's gonna die, like, oh man, Rengoku's gonna die. You know what we do? A bigger fire. That's all that happened. They just skipped out on all the best parts because they just wanted to be pretty. And I think that's going to be the really big issue going forward with anime. I don't think all shows are going to be like that. There's going to be shows that are hidden in there. There's like another show, there's another show I'm watching right now. It's called 86. It's pretty good. There's nothing really special about it. It's a cool theory. So it's pretty much like imagine like a Gundam war, right? And there's like captains and then mechs, right? But the people who run mechs, they're pretty much like slaves. Like no one cares about them. They just run mechs and they die all the time. And the commanders live in luxury, and they have to like command a war from like a different planet, and they're like in front of a computer. Like she sits in front and she's like, "Oh, D7, move to C2. Oh, dang, everyone died," and that's it. And they move on. But then there's one commander who like really wants these people to live. Runs into like the legendary group that's known for like killing commanders.
Oh wow!
So it's like a really good concept for the show, and the show is like pretty good, but like no one's talking about it, no one's watching it, and it's animated well. It has a really good budget. It looks like.
You know me, I'm always willing to give something a shot, man.
It's good, I think as long as people are still going to be willing to go out there and watch these random animes, I think we'll be fine. I think then. The new generation that finds like these little hidden gems will be like us when we tell people like, oh, you need to watch. Let me think of an old classic that no one watches. Watch Outlaw Star, right? Mm-hmm. You seen Outlaw Star? Pretty good show. No one talks about it because Bebop kind of overshadowed it, right?
Yeah.
But Outlaw Star, like that's a pretty good show. What else we got? Agami got killed. I always pronounce this wrong. Not
what?
Separate of the End.
Oh, Separate of the End, yeah.
So Separate of the End.
I was thinking that too when you were talking about like the boyfriend girlfriend show, because it's kind of like that, but with the siblings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're definitely So that's even a better sibling show.
Yeah,
and they're not even 100% related.
Exactly.
Like there's shows like that to where I think those shows will find people who like them, right? And I think it'll be okay. I think we're just repeating history right now. I think right now it's all of the OG people who grew up with like One Piece and Bleach, and all of a sudden like Black Clover's coming out, Hunter x Hunter's coming out, like Hunter x Hunter coming out. I don't know, like Berserk came out. Like I bet you there was some tension between the community there. Like, no, this isn't real anime. Like, I feel like we're in that same path, right? And everyone's like, no, you should watch this little show. Oh, you like Bebop? No, you should watch Outlaw. Like, I feel like that's how it's going. I feel like I'm okay with
It's like that nice split.
I'm okay with that because hidden gems, I like hidden gems.
Yeah.
Mainstream stuff will always be good, right? Like I'm watching Loki right now. It's good, right? It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's entertaining. It's not ever going to be my favorite show, but I'll watch anything Marvel puts out because I know it'll be entertaining, right?
Right. It's quality work.
Yeah. So when Demon Slayer, the 12th movie comes out because they decided to extend the story, I'm going to watch it because it's probably going to be entertaining and we have something to talk about, but it'll never be my favorite. Yeah, it'll never be my favorite. We'll always sit here and be like, yo, if you go to page 9 on Crunchyroll, there's a show called like that's where we're going to be, right?
Exactly.
And that's how it's always going to. There's always going to be people out there who are like, no, don't watch Demon Slayer. Don't watch, whatever comes after Boruto. Watch this instead. And it's just going to be a constant flux. I hope it stays like that. I really do.
I'm pretty sure it will, bro. Because honestly, I feel like there's always going to be those main shows. I'm not even going to call them shonens, but those main shows. And then there's the outliers. What do you watch besides that? You know what I mean? That's when you really get your quality and your substance.
Yeah, we really just have to hope moving forward, like studios like MAPPA, right? MAPPA is killing it right now.
Killing the shit.
MAPPA is one of the few studios that can put out A1 stuff that's going to be like mainstream, but just they picked really good stories. They're doing what Madhouse should have did, right? Madhouse picked all of the good stuff and did one season and was like, that was really good, huh? All right, and we're done, all right? Everything Madhouse put out was A1.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
Everything Mappa's putting out right now is A1.
Bananas.
The difference, we're getting season 2s.
Bananas.
We're getting season 2s from Mappas. If we got season 2 from Madhouse, anytime we got a season 2 from Madhouse, it was fire. Right? Anytime they wanted to do one. Fantastic.
Hey, just like you said, bro, Mappa's been killing it. I just can't wait to come with this Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. You guys hear it first. This show, right? I can't stress enough how much I think Jujutsu Kaisen has made me so optimistic for the shonen category.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen is so good the whole way through because it's exactly what it says it's going to be. It says, hey, this is Jujutsu Kaisen, which means we are Jujutsu sorcerers. Right? The original show is Jujutsu sorcerers, right? And Jujutsu Kaisen. So Jujutsu sorcerers, that's what we are. That's what we do. All we do is fight demons.
That's it.
That's all. That's it. And guess what? Everyone here, there's no one here that's like, I got to do this to protect my family, but I don't know if I can. No, that's not there. You're a sorcerer because you want all the smoke.
Right.
All of
You're
it.
there because you want to be.
All of it.
No one's forcing you.
At all. And you're like, oh, that's a cute female character. She must be like the Sakura of the group. Wrong.
She can hold her
Wrong.
own. She can hold her own.
They all can hold her own. Even the one with the sword.
Nailing niggas.
Green hair girl.
Oh, my.
Yeah, Mai. Killing it. And then you got the old girl with the gun who can only shoot people. Yo, she did her own thing.
Mai's her sister.
Yeah, Mai's the gun girl. I forgot what the...
It's Maki.
Maki. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. I tend to have a thing like not a thing. I tend to
No, you said it right the first time, bro.
I tend to like female characters more when they're named Maki. Like all the Makis have been pretty good, except
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro. What's it? Soul Eater. Don't.
I had that show on the list of shows to talk about, and I was like, I'm gonna leave Soul Eater alone, right? So Soul Eater, that was gonna be on my list of like shows who like didn't want to follow the source material anymore. I didn't have a whole direction where I wanted to talk about that, so I didn't talk about it, right?
Yeah.
The source material is a weird thing, right? We can talk about that's a whole episode in itself, right? Soul Eater is a show to where if you watch the whole thing, you go, yeah, that was pretty good.
Cool.
It was cool, right? But then you read the manga or you rewatch Soul Eater and you go,
how it's
trash. Oh, they dropped the ball. Like the setup.
How the fuck do you get 3 seasons out though?
The setup for Stein was beautiful. And then they turned him into a pillow. He got really soft. Because Stein should have been one of my favorite characters.
He was to me.
Stein should have been one of my favorite characters in anime. but he just kind of like the fight we had with what's her name?
With the witch.
The witch? Oh,
Yeah.
that fight is A1. He just sat there and just crank.
Yeah. Let me turn up another level.
Oh, you want to fight? All right. Here we go. Then he finally got to use the scythe, death scythe.
Mhm.
Oh, he's a death scythe holder. The whole concept of Soul Eater is fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they dropped the ball. Right?
They fucked up.
They fucked up.
Not even dropped the ball. They fucked up.
Still worth the watch though, because I feel like if you start watching Soul Eater now, but if you've never seen it before, by the time you get tired of it, you're pretty much done with all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's not a show I want to go back to, but I got through all the good stuff. I feel on a rewatch. Like I'm not gonna finish it to the end. There's no point. All right, it's almost like Blue Exorcist. That was on my list of shows to talk about with flashy fight scenes that are underappreciated. Blue Exorcist also fell apart at the end, but they also released the Kyoto series where they fixed it.
But that followed the manga. That followed social too. But even then, it's like, bruh,
That wasn't very good either.
it wasn't that good.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, I feel like if it came out at the same time, it probably would have been a little better. Because it's like we wanted something better than what they gave us at the end, and it was like only kind of better.
All right.
But yeah, Blue Exorcist, the fights up until even in the last season, all those fights, fantastic. Noragami, no one talks about that show because it starts off really slow. It's a really slow show. Even in some of the episodes when there's not a lot of fighting, it's not very interesting. I'll give people that. But those fight scenes,
amazing,
man. Noragami, man. You watch a fight scene from Noragami, and it'll make you want to watch the whole series, and you go, "Oh, fuck, this is so tough to watch."
So sorry. It's like kind of like what you mentioned earlier. The show was the Hana.
Oh yeah, Hanagatari. Yeah,
It's like-
Hanagatari. It's just like that.
Yeah.
It's just one of those shows where you enjoy it for something else, and then it rewards you at the end.
Whew.
It rewards you. It's your Bungo Stray Dogs.
Whew.
I have a lot of people who hate on that show, and I don't know why. I mean,
crazy.
it falls apart.
That's crazy.
It falls apart in the second, third season. Like, it slowly starts to dip a little bit. But I'm telling you, that is probably that's the one movie I kind of wish I put on that list, but I wanted to see if anyone would just say it.
Right.
Because that movie is canon. That movie is canon as hell. But
That
I'll
villain
tell you,
too was sick, bro.
oh,
Nigga, I'm rich. Now I'm flexing on you broke ass niggas. I get more powerful with the more money I spend.
can you imagine that? Depending on how much money you spend is how strong you are. And this dude had endless money. Well, obviously not endless money, but yeah.
Right. That we're talking something different.
Yeah. But even like the fight that ends season 1, when it's
The dragon?
yeah, it's like the first time he turns into a tiger, right? And they fight on a ship. It's a ship fight. With
Yeah.
I can't remember the names of people anymore.
Same. I just remember it's the were tiger, and then it's almost like Shirogaki, the other student of Daisai. That was it. It was
Yeah,
one.
Dasai. I remember Dasai. It was what was his name? Nakajima.
Who's
What was his
that?
name? Atutsi. That's what they called him, right? The main kid, the tiger.
Oh, the what tiger?
Nakajima.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, Nakajima. And then he fought. God, I don't remember his name now. It was like his Sasuke.
Yeah, the Shirogaki or whatever his name is.
Yeah. That
was
fight right there. That fight at the
Good as
end,
fuck.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was good as fuck. That's a
Yeah.
show that rewards you because that show is very. It feels like it's gonna be a Cowboy Bebop show, another show that rewards you, where
Yep.
it's not. It doesn't feel episodic. Like it doesn't feel like it follows a story, but it kind of does. Like I feel like if you watch Bungo Stray Dogs in any random order, you still kind of get the same story.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I do.
There's like
It's-
two or three episodes here and there that kind of link together, but not
Yeah.
really, right? It's kind of like
Everything
Bebop.
else is different. It's like you, and it's like it's just like people. That's cool because every episode is different and doesn't necessarily link to each other, but it puts piece of the story into.
Yeah, it's kind of
What's
like I just keep throwing shows at people. It's kind of like you made me watch Battle Blockade.
Yep. Yeah. Blood.
That show.
Hey, yeah.
I watched the first couple episodes and I was like, "This is Bungo Stray Dogs," except with the dude with an eye. Like I got to that weird episode.
God eyes.
I got to that weird episode with.
That's so weak, bruh.
Yeah, I mean the episodes are super random because you get like the first episode, but you get a crazy fight scene in it, right?
Yeah.
Then you get like the second episode where he's like kind of training, but the dude on the motorcycle, like that dude just keeps fucking with him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get
so many.
it's all that show is all over the place. Like then there's like another episode where he had that weird mushroom guy who blows up, right, and makes people forget. Like that was a really sad episode. Like I watched that and I was like, that was weirdly a good episode from a show that shouldn't be like this.
Yeah.
And then like the fifth episode comes up and there's like a giant fight scene. You're like, oh god damn, okay. The show wants you to watch. I got it.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's so all over the place. That's part of the reason why I used to tell you all the time, watch it, bro. Like I remember I used to tell you, I can't really explain what it's about, bro, but the shit is just good.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones you gotta just experience. Like it's one of those shows you just gotta experience it.
It's definitely a show you just gotta experience for yourself. And I feel like there's like tons of shows like that now, like a bunch of hidden shows. I'm trying to like bring. Oh, I think it was this one. Well, I have so many windows open. I don't know which one's linked to the screen. This one is okay. Okay, let's go to. Well, we're just gonna go through some recommendations, guys. That's how we're gonna end this. We're gonna end every show with some stuff you guys should watch.
Yeah.
Next month we'll come more prepared. Today we'll just kind of open Crunchyroll and just kind of. And I'll tell you, I'll like show you guys what I'm watching, and then. So first of all, guys, this show right here, 91 Days. I posted about it. Remember that?
Yeah.
91 Days is a show where I can promise you don't want to watch it in Japanese. It's still good in Japanese, but the voice actors they picked for this, this is a hard phrase to put together.
Oh, what?
It's because you got to say I can't say Italian. It's an Italian, right? Proper English. An Italian. That's hard to say. An Italian show. So it's an Italian mafia show, right? It's your Godfather. It's your Goodfellas. Like that's what it is, right? And when you watch it in English, they have Italian actors, and it's perfect. I'm telling you, it's an animated mafia show, and it's great. It's like 12 episodes, and at the end, it makes you feel, man. It's good. That show there. And also, by the way, the OP done by TK, same one who did Unravel with Tokyo Ghoul. Oh, dude, I hear this OP and I'm like, yo, this song is good. Who is this? And I was like, oh, it's TK, man. Like some people just don't miss. I was trying to watch this one, Belisk, because it's always on there for like. I
couldn't get into it, bro.
It's always on there for like one of the most violent shows out there. Everyone, you got to watch it. You like fight scenes, you got to watch Belisk. I can't. I'll tell you right now, though. You guys are sleeping on this show.
Really? The
so I'm a spider show. So what?
Oh.
I'm telling you, man. This show, it's my Bofree pitch to you.
Can't do it, bro.
It's my Bofree pitch for you.
Can't do it.
It's lighthearted. It has some good fights. It's funny. It's Bofree. Bofree had better fights though.
Slime was a stretch, and I started fucking with Slime, bro. I can't say I'm fucking with a show about a female isekai spider thing. Like it just doesn't sound right.
I'm telling you, there's a crazy. I have a crazy theory about it right now, and I'm pretty sure if I looked it up, it's a theory everyone has. It seems kind of obvious to me now, but like the show, it's different. It's good. It's good. Tower of God's coming back soon.
Right.
So this is a show that fits into like Bungo Stray Dogs, which is right next to it. It's a show that rewards you. Everyone who watched the first season of Tower of God either knew it had potential and liked it, or just hated it because it was boring. I saw so many people hate on Tower of God. Like, this wasn't the show I thought it was going to be. And I was like, no, guys, it's a setup. I promise you. It's a setup. Because season 2, it's a complete 180 of the show.
Ooh.
There's a time skip, and only good things happen after time skips.
Right. It's either you die or you get an incredible power.
Yeah.
Well, not time skips. I was thinking backstory.
I'm still trying to give Radiant a shot. I can't do it.
I've had people tell me watch Radiant, bro. Like it's hella good, but I just can't do it for whatever reason.
Terraformers. Let's look at the new stuff.
Terraformers. Let me see them giant cockroaches.
Here, this is the show I was talking about. 86. Pretty good. I got 3 episodes in. I was like, this
that
is
popped
pretty
up
good.
on my suggested.
Yeah, this pops up on everybody. That's why I watched it. So you guys are jamming this down my throat. I'm gonna watch it. This show reminds me of. I was trying to get people to watch this too. Was Gundam Iron Blood?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot which Gundam it was. It was one of the side stories. Gundam Iron Blood Orphans.
Yep.
This show right here. That's what this show reminds me of, because it's very like small team, kind of a family base, but people die. Like it's a tough show.
Mm. And that's 86.
Yeah, this ended up being really good. Cells at Work, Code Black.
Oh, Cells at Work. I fuck with Cells at Work, bro.
So check this out. So what I didn't know about Code Black is essentially, this show is essentially Cells at Work, but on an unhealthy body. Yo, this thing is hilarious. I'm telling you, because before we had Healthy Body, who was getting like small sicknesses and stuff, and we were fighting like pneumonia and stuff like this. This is just a complete trash of a person and what their insides are like. And it's hilarious. It's also hilarious because it's 100% factual. Everything they talk about has been confirmed by doctors who've watched this. And that's the best part. It's hilarious. But besides that, there's really not much else to watch. I tried to watch I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years. That's pretty bad. I'm not even going to talk about Fruit Baskets. I almost watched this.
What?
KK Kashe, whatever.
Oh, it's old, bro. I watched the first episode and I was like, I'm not watching this old ass shit again.
Oh, it's an old show? Okay.
Yeah.
Saga of Tanya the Evil coming back for a new season.
I did see that. I was thinking about watching it. I was like, let me just catch up.
You should watch this. This and
I heard she's go crazy though.
So this movie too is also a canon movie. Mm-hmm. You watch this, I think you may like this more than Made in Abyss. For different reasons, but it has the same feel to it. Like when I introduced you to this show, it has the same feel. You watch it and you're like, this is kind of ridiculous.
But bro, you know how I feel about Made in Abyss, bro.
But Made in Abyss was like one of those shockers too. Remember you looked at it and you're like, dude, this thing is too cute, and I was like, no, you gotta watch it, right? This one looks weird, right? It's literally an isekai about a guy who gets brought back to life, reincarnated as a tiny little German girl who has to help the Nazis win. Sounds ridiculous. And I'll tell you right now, that show is good. And then they put out a movie that's canon because they didn't want to put a season 2 out. So they were like, oh, we're gonna do a movie. And the movie came out, and the movie got super high praise, and they were like, all right, we'll do a season 2. Ooh, I think it's good, man. You can get through this pretty quick too. Dubbed, I've watched it both in dub and subbed. Both good.
So what do you recommend?
Both good. Both equally good.
I've been watching a lot of like shit on Netflix and dub, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I think I feel like this is easier to watch subbed because there's a lot of parts when they're in like meetings and there's a lot of people talking. And I feel like if you want to get the full story, you may need the sub so you can read everything. It's kind of hard to hear people sometimes. They talk over each other. They have like really heavy German accents in the English dub.
Yeah.
Like they got German people to do these parts. So sometimes you're like, nah, okay, maybe a Japanese person. And it gets kind of weird, like a German guy speaking Japanese, but you get over it.
Right.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It says season 2, but it's just either English or regular, I think. It's so complicated to figure out how to watch it on here. But I think you just start at either this one or this. This is the Japanese one, and this is English.
That's so amazing how Crunchyroll and Verve does the categorizing.
It's so confusing. And then the movie's in here too, Saga of Tanya the Evil. My best part, I'll tell you guys this right now. So she has like an ultimate gun, right? That can kill anything, right? So her whole thing was she got reincarnated because she hated God so much. She was like, so her life before, she was like this high-powered, I think, corporate person, I believe, right? But super rich and powerful, right? And then died. And then now it was like cursing God. She was like, I had the perfect life and you took me away from this. I hate you. And he was like, oh, I bet you I can make you like me. And he was like, no, you can't. He was like, bet you I can make you like me. And then reincarnated him as a little girl in the middle of World War II or whatever, right? World War I. And then says, hey, you have this ultimate weapon, but the only way the weapon can fire is if you pray to me. Your weapon won't work unless you pray.
That's so many.
So all of her prayers are super angry. And it's fantastic. And they're all like backhanded prayers too. They're like, "Dear God, please, with your glorious strength, give me the power to murder all these people." And you're like, I mean, she did it. You gotta let the gun work. And then it gets insane because he used to be like a master in sales or something like that, some kind of genius business person, and he pretty much finesses the war. That's pretty much the show, is her finessing this war to make sure she wins and whatever her goals are, which I won't talk about. It's the show. The show's it, man.
I'm for sure gonna have to watch that.
The show's
It's
good.
been on I put it in my queue. I just haven't literally clicked on it yet, bro. But it's shit.
Yeah, so this is a show I'm recommending for everyone right now because the season 2 is coming out soon. You got this and you got the movie. Watch that and we'll be ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Off the top of your head, you got any recommendations? Something we didn't talk about today? I'll just talk about it real quick.
No, we kind of covered everything that I've been watching.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of reading, man. I'm trying to see what's up. I've been reading Undead Unlock. I've been reading Dr. Stone. I've been reading
Undead Unlock is getting good, huh? I'm not sure how far you are, but I know it it gets better.
It gets better as I go. I think I'm on a chapter I would say episode. It's like chapter 23.
Okay, it's weird too that show that I keep going show too. That manga really makes it look like it's going down one path. Like I wasn't gonna read it because I was like, oh god, Undead just wants to bang this girl so he can die. Right? I'll tell you right now, for some reason that just goes away. That's like not a thing. It's not a thing anymore. They don't talk about it.
What the fuck?
Because there's an event that happens and it changes the game. I'm telling you, this show gets deep. Then you find out the real reason behind. Oh yeah, dude.
Ooh.
When this thing is gonna get animated. There's no way this doesn't get animated. It just has everything you would watch in one of these kind of animes, right? If this somehow gets picked up by MAPPA, then that's game. It's game. MAPPA wins the world. Because it's one of those shows that it needs to write studio.
Let me ask you one last question, bro. This has to do with the general anime community consensus. Do you feel like, because I feel like for me and you personally, it matters. Like the studio that's producing the show matters. Do you feel like this new generation actually appreciates the studio, or do they just strictly care about cosmetic and what it looks like?
I think it works. I think it works in a way to where. So here's the thing. Boruto has pretty good fight scenes. Naruto had good fight scenes, right? They're pretty good fight scenes. Black Clover has pretty good fights. Black Clover has pretty good fight scenes, right?
Right.
What's the
first episode was bananas.
What's the studio behind Boruto? Top of your head. Can you remember it?
It was a period?
No, now I don't remember.
Or Viz?
Right.
No, I can't even think.
Here, I'll look it up so I'm not wrong. I think I know what it is, but I also don't want to sound dumb when I talk about the wrong company. Yeah, it's Period.
Okay.
Okay, I was right. Right, so Period does that, right? No one knows who Period is, right? Boruto has good fight scenes, though. They're not great, right? Now, if I tell you who is the studio behind Black Clover?
Period.
Yeah, we know that because that animation is garbage.
Trash.
See how that works? No one knows Boruto is done by the same studio Black Clover because that just doesn't make sense to people. Black Clover puts out some of the worst animations ever, but somehow puts out the most fire fight scenes in the world while using that same terrible animation. They're the only ones that can take really bad black and white. It's bad black and white. It's literally the manga, and they just make the lines twitch. Right? That's all they do, but it looks sick. Right? It's terrible. It's cheap, but it looks sick. Right? Right? So everyone knows that. Right? And then you go, all right, what's the studio behind Hunter x Hunter? Oh, what? That's an obvious one. I thought that would be an obvious one for you.
Was it Mappa?
Yeah. What?
It's not Mappa?
Yeah, it's Mappa.
Okay, I'm about to say, because I'm like, that shit is bananas too.
It's Mappa, right? But that was kind of hard for you to think of, right? But then if I go, who is the studio behind Jujutsu Kaisen? It's Mappa. It's the same studio. So it's one of those, like, no one's going to care about a studio until it's the best or the worst.
Yeah, okay. I get what you mean by that. There's no in between. There's no
except for Demon Slayer. No one wants to talk about UFO Table because nobody wants to talk about the Fate series. It's made by the same people for Fate. That's why it's pretty. Fate has some of the prettiest fight scenes you've ever seen.
I still haven't watched Fate.
Easy. You watch like Fate Zero or something like that. Those fight scenes, Fate of Paprika, fight scenes are fantastic. So beautiful. Story is just so bad. The storyline is just so convoluted and so confusing. And then they put out Demon Slayer, right? And that makes more sense. But that's why, and that's why they're not talking about who they are, because as soon as people link them back to Fate, it's like, oh, this is just going to be another Fate series, which is all Demon Slayer is going to end up being. It's just going to be another series that no one's going to really talk about at the end. It might, as long as it doesn't take the Promised Neverland route, right? That was self-inflicted wounds on itself, right? That was suicide, right? That wasn't homicide, right? They didn't put out bad stuff and then we hated it. They just put out bad stuff. Like, there's no way what they did in season 2 is acceptable by any means, right? Like that. What Promised Neverland did, season 2 did, I feel like it's one of the most disrespectful things you can do.
I agree, because they went off of the story when they didn't need to, and the story is way better than what the shit that they put out.
And it's like, okay, you go off script, right? We learned our lessons. What happened to Full Metal, right? What happened to these shows? You know, what happened to Hellsing, right? Right? You don't go off a beaten path of something that's already successful. But if you do,
let me ask you. Okay, go ahead.
But if you do, it has to be Attack on Titan. I feel like Attack on Titan is the only one right now that's able to change the source material story and still be pretty good. It's pretty engaging.
I feel like that's not fair due to Attack on Titan's ending was so bad too. It was like you don't have nothing to lose at that point.
Yo, that ending was so bad. But I mean, so this is the thing about Attack on Titan. The whole reason behind I can't remember his name all of a sudden. The creator. No, the creator of Attack on Titan. I just slipped my mind. But the whole reason he made Attack on Titan is so you guys hate it at the end.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing. He's like, at the end, I want you to hate my show.
What a fucking asshole.
And he was right. I hate it. But you know what the problem is? The studio, MAPPA, or whoever's in charge of it, they can't have you guys hate it. This is a cash cow. This show just passed Full Metal for having the highest positive rating. Before, Full Metal Brotherhood was the highest rated anime show. It is now Attack on Titan. You have to change the ending. Yep. You have to. There's no way around it. You got to change it, right? And I feel like it's going fine. I feel like it's fine. There's going to be things that are missing that we enjoy, but it might not matter because what they give us is still going to be good. Promised Neverland took out the best parts and gave us trash.
In the garbage.
Throw it in the garbage. They literally gave us trash. They said, hey, we have this whole story where they meet like this other adult who, and I'm going to ruin it for you guys because you guys will never see this part. But when they go into the bunker, there's an adult living there. And he literally shoots a gun at him. Like he tries to kill these kids.
What's that dude's name too?
It was at first his name is just Man, I think. Then you finally get his name at the end. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But his story of like, because his whole thing was like the kids get there and like, we're trying to go here. And he's like, I've been there with my people. I used to have like 20 people in this cabin. Oh, where are they all at? Dead. All of them. His whole team died and he was the only one to survive. He's been living by himself for like 8-10 years, something like that. Right? His side of the story brings so much more like interest into like what's her name? Like, Emma, right? Because Emma's super positive, right? Let me tell you, this dude breaks Emma down at one point. Got her doubting some stuff. Like, it's a really good arc. And at the end, of course, it flips, right? And then Emma makes him feel better about himself, and there's like a whole thing from him. But they also go into another place, and then you learn more about the aliens or the demons. I don't know why I call them aliens.
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
I'm tired, man. And you learn more about the demons, right? So right now we found out in the show that if they don't eat humans, they don't keep their form, right?
Right.
There's so much more behind that because it was like depending on what type of human you ate, because they didn't go into this. So if you ate like someone who was like a president or CEO and was like high stature, then you became a royalty demon. If you ate savages and beasts, they didn't do that. They skipped that whole thing because
that changes everything.
Oh, dude, they skipped everything, and then you get to this whole like now hunters are capturing kids who escape farms and putting them on other farms and then playing Hunger Games with them. And just chasing them down.
Ooh.
Dude, they skipped all that. And then Norman's reveal was huge in the manga. It was huge because it was like one of those moments where like they're like about to die. I forgot what was happening. Something was gonna happen, and then Norman just pops up, and you're like, "Whoa!" This show, literally, Norman just walks into Emma. And
Right?
Goes, oh,
so
hey.
stupid. It's not even he walked up. He chased them down.
So bad. And then they made his. I gotta pull up a picture of Promise Neverland, Norman. And I need his team name. Remember his team name? Norman and team. You don't remember what his little crew was called?
And then I hate how he got cold feet at the end. My nigga, he couldn't even kill a demon.
Here's Barbara, Sislo, and Zazie. Yeah, those three. So I need to show you what they look like in the manga compared to what they made them look like
in the anime.
Here we go. Oh, that's sick. Oh, it's such a loss. Oh, that's not the picture. Where's the picture at? All right, now let me find. Do you remember what they look like in the anime? I don't want to look for it.
I do remember they were kind of trash.
I tell you one thing, they didn't look like this.
Ooh, no, they shouldn't the fuck didn't, bro.
Look how
Who the
sick
fuck
they
is that
look.
with the blades?
That's the dude with the bag on his head.
What?
He just walks around with 2 katanas all the time.
If the girl didn't look like that,
no, she carries it. She carries like a. Go ahead.
Huh?
What you say? Oh, she carries around this little bat with like barbed wire, like wires on it and stuff.
She pulled that shit out once, and I think it wasn't even that. I think it was a mace.
It was like a mace, yeah.
The assistant nigga on the left, he didn't even look like that. Like
No.
this nigga like a robot.
Yeah.
Like a real nerd.
Look how sick they are. And this is the scene when you like meet them and they just. Well, this is actually closer to the end when they just like ravage to everybody. We're probably not going to get this because this setup, the setup they have right now, doesn't seem like it's going this way. Because I tell you right now, what was
is
the mom?
Them leaving like the medical facility, or
yeah, this is how they got out.
Yeah, we don't didn't look nothing like that in the anime.
No, not at all. And then what was the mother's name?
The mother,
Isabella.
Isabella, yeah.
So Isabella, her character growth is insane, and if they mess that up, the show, it's we should sue the show.
Sue
him.
This shit you put out was so fucking bad.
Because her character growth was perfect. I'll tell you guys right now, she's a mother at heart, guys. Like I'm telling you guys, the character growth is fantastic. They're not gonna do that in this anime. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
That's terrible.
But anyway, that in a nutshell, guys. If you guys were able to decipher the show a little bit, take my words and put them together to sound better, that's what the state of anime is right now. We were all over the place today, but that's just what the state of anime is right now.
Yeah,
it's all over the place. It's a chaotic neutral. That's where it is. There's good stuff. There's bad stuff. Something's always going to be too popular, overhyped. There's always going to be things that are underdogs. The best advice I think that we can all give is just watch stuff you like and shut up. That's really what it is. It's find something you like and then just tell people it's good and they should watch it. And then that's it. And then end the conversation there. When people ask me what show I should watch, I tell them. They go, "What's it about?" You'll find out. Is it any good? I recommended it to you. Like, watch it. If you don't like it, then you don't like it, right? People just got to stop getting so angry about stuff. Shows are good. Shows are bad. It's always been like that. Every DC fan hates Marvel. Every Marvel fan hates DC for no reason. They're both really good series, but that's just how rivalries go. Naruto fans will never say Hunter x Hunter is better. Hunter x Hunter fans will never say Naruto was better.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right? Naruto fans, Sasuke fans. There's always going to be opposites, right? Demon Slayer and anything else, right? Like, I'm always going to hate on Demon Slayer. Mostly because I know how it ends, and it's not going to get any better, guys. I'm sorry. If you guys don't really like what you see now,
Tell them the real, G. Don't hold back.
If you don't like what you see right now, it's not going to get any better. It will. It'll show promise, and there's going to be a scene that's going to break the internet, right? Oh, my God, Tanjiro. Like, something's going to happen, and you guys are going to freak out. And then the resolve from that will should pull everything together, and you should be able to go, oh, the show is really bad. Because they have a really good twist, and then they drop the ball again, right? Like, this whole show, what a weird thing I just popped in my head. This whole show should be on Shaq and the Fool, right? That's all this show is. You know, I was like, oh, watch this. Hey, they set up this plot, and whoa, man. I can't believe they dropped the ball like that. That's what this show is. But if you enjoy it, enjoy it. Watch it because you think it's pretty cool. Watch pretty stuff, right? It's fine. You just got to kind of own up to why you watch stuff. It's fine. Anime is a genre to where everyone can find something they like, and there's more things you hate than you like in anime.
I always tell people, like, new avid anime watchers, bro, there's gonna be more shit that you hate than you like, bro.
There's gonna be a lot more than you hate.
You might as well just, you know what I mean, adventure and go through it all.
I've watched one episode of every single new show that has come out this season, right? How many did I talk about? Like 3. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, like 30 shows came out, man. I watched all these 1 episodes, and I was like, trash, next. Awful, next. Maybe, next. And then found something good and stick with it. And that's just what it is, right?
Let me ask you this. Did you get through the entire episode, or did you, like, 15 minutes in, you're like, I can't do it?
No, I always finish an episode.
See, yeah, bro.
There's one time
15 minutes deep, and I was like, I can't do this.
What show is that?
Shit for the season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's stuff where, like, it starts, and you're like, oh, this isn't the show I thought it was. Quit.
Yeah.
Right? There's a couple where I thought it was good, and I was like, oh, way too much fan service. What was that? There's a show. Oh, it was like Redo of a Healer. Remember, I talked about that show.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Redo of a Healer, perfect premise, right? So this is the opposite of Demon Slayer, right? Demon Slayer had a good chance and then dropped the ball, right? This one was like, yo, have you guys ever been healers in MMOs? Because I'm usually a healer, right? And healers treated terribly, right? You always have to heal people, even if you're far away and you're out of PP.
Y'all get abused, bro. Y'all literally.
It's like, yo, I just revived the whole team. I'm out of PP. I'm on a 30-second cooldown. You gotta heal me, bro. I'm on a 30-second. Healers get it worst, right?
Yeah.
This show shows what happens if a healer snaps, and he realizes that healing means much more. Oh, now
let me bridge the gap. For a lot of the athletes who are watching, healers are like the kicker, bro.
Yeah.
In football. They get their job is so vital, and if they fuck up, everybody hates them. If they do great, everybody loves them.
Yep.
But they get the most shit talked about them.
That is healers. You need healers. You need kickers, right?
Yep.
You need kickers. You can't go for 2 every time you lose, right?
Yeah.
You got to kick an extra point. You got to kick that 30-yard field goal. Like, healers, hey, sometimes you have to fall back to a healer. Sometimes you got to wait 5 more seconds before my skill cools down. Like, you have to, because you can't fight on 10 HP, right? Shit like that. So this guy realizes healing is a lot more deeper, right? He goes, what is healing? It's like, it's pretty much rebuilding your body, which means if I just rebuild my body differently. So what he does, he realizes that he can, like, rebuild his legs to be stronger but look the same. Oh yeah, all I did was remake my muscles to be stronger. Please, now I'm faster.
Please don't tell me this is some Bo-Free shit, like, bro.
No. Opposite Bo-Free. So he goes into, like, his history of being a healer. His history of a healer, he's been beaten, spit on. He's been, like, raped by the guy guards and the female guards. Like, terrible, right? Terrible life as a healer. And you watch the episode and you're like, oh, this is going to be a crazy revenge story. So what happens is that he finds the demon lord, right? Yeah. And, like, tries to kill her. And then, oh God, what happens? He finds out a way. So the world ends or something like that. I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched it. But, like, he figures out a way to, like, reverse the time because of, like, some demon lord power to reverse the time so he can go back a few years but retain all of his knowledge. So he goes back to right before he got recruited, right? Before he goes back and he plays the same dumb role. And you watch him. He gets recruited. He gets treated like crap. He gets spit on. And then he's literally going through the same thing. Like, he's still, like, getting raped. But he found out that, like, when he has like physical touch with people, he can like take their magic and make them stronger, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think that's cool, but then he starts doing the raping. And then you're like, "Oh, I can't watch this show anymore."
Bro, you lost me with that.
Dude, I'm telling you, watch 2 episodes, you would hate me and never watch a 3rd episode. This isn't a show you watch 3. You watch 2 and then you think about your life and if this is something you want to enjoy. Because I didn't.
For the people that enjoy that, like, how can you sleep at night and kiss your mother?
That's the thing. There's an anime show for everybody, right?
Yeah.
This show, because I've had people who are like, oh, maybe it gets better. So I watched 4 episodes. And I was like, oh, did it get better? He was like, nah, he just found more women. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, it's just, and there's a point where like the main girl who like tortured him, he like kidnaps her and like brainwashes her, makes her forget who she is, and then just goes to town, man. It's not good. And it's awkward. It doesn't like cut away and like makes you think about what happens.
Yeah.
It pans away and you literally stare at a wall. I'm not even joking. You
And
stare at the fireplace for like, I want to say 45 seconds. Realistic. It was like 45 seconds to a minute, but it's quiet and you only hear them. The camera doesn't move. It just shows.
That show is many as fuck, bro.
Yeah. So like that, the shows like that exist, right? No reason for me to have a whole show about how I hate it and how this needs to die, right? I watched 2 episodes, didn't like it, left. I unfortunately recommended it after 1 episode. Remember, I put the whole post out. But in the post, I was like, yo, guys, I watched more episodes. Don't watch it.
Yo, I was going to say, reminder, do not watch or do it either.
I put it in there. I said, hey, never mind, guys. This is dark. This is different. There's a reason why it's only available on High Dive. It's not available anywhere else.
That says a lot.
Except High Dive. If you guys don't know what High Dive is, it's where shows go that Crunchyroll and Funimation say not in America.
They break the wall.
Yeah. Like interspecies reviewers. You ever heard of that show?
No.
That's one of the first shows to get banned on Funimation.
Oh, so now I have to watch the first episode to see what the fuck that's about. Interspecies of what?
Interspecies reviewers. A guy, he goes around and he reviews.
Please
different...
no. Let me give me. I want the blind reaction.
Okay, it's exactly what it sounds like. Interspecies reviewers. Okay, just think of that.
Literally, once we get off of this tonight, bro, I'm watching that.
No, we're gonna play some Forza tonight. I
gotta re-download it still.
Oh, I thought you did already.
No,
I'm gonna be on Forza. I'll show you my cards. We'll hop on Discord or something, and I'll share the screen so you can see my shit.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, guys. I mean, I guess the moral of the story. I know I said I was gonna end it like 20 minutes ago with this whole final speech. We went to this whole tangent.
Bro.
But that's the thing about anime. Again, there's things here that you're gonna like. There's things you hate. If you hate something, find someone else that hates it, and you guys can hate together. Don't find somebody else that likes it and then feel like you need to bash them, right? Just kind of like what you like, man, and just roll with it. If there's shows you like, recommend it to people. Don't be ashamed. You definitely find someone who likes the show with you. You find weird shows like Beaufry, right? I shared it with Elijah. He ended up liking it. Yeah. There's never in my life will I ever hear you recommend me a show like Beaufry. No. Never in my life. When you come up to me and go, yo, you need to watch this show. But I tell you one thing, man, that thing was fun.
Hey, Mabel was crazy as fuck. I hate Mabel, but she was crazy as fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, just it's all right.
On that shit. Moral of the story. On that shit. The state of anime right now is chaotic, but on that shit. Like what PJ say. Like what you like. It's always gonna be a lot of people out there who like what you like, and there's always gonna be people who don't like what you like. But don't bash. Don't shit on nobody's parade.
Don't shit on anybody's parade, man. Everyone's gonna like something. I don't know. There's so much anime out there. You can literally ignore anything. You can just ignore the show. Anime has to be the easiest thing that you can ignore. Shows in general, shows, movies, all of that.
Right.
You see a show you don't like, don't even try to watch it. There's no point, right? Like if Grand Blue put out a movie, I'm not gonna watch it. If you guys came on and said, "No, this Grand Blue movie, it's fire," that's cool. I don't like it.
That hurts so bad.
You like Grand Blue? You don't like
No,
Grand Blue.
no, I'm saying it just looks so good, but it
Oh,
hurts so
yeah.
bad because it's trash.
Show
as
so
fuck.
bad, but they
And
got
the game looks so good.
game looks really good, right? There's gonna be shows like that, so I don't know, just don't watch it, guys, or watch it and then see maybe that your mind will change. I can tell you right now, growing up, I only watched shonens and maybe the occasional like isekai, like Sao, mostly just Sao and Log Horizon.
Yeah, facts.
And then, got to venture into other things. You may like it, you may not. You'll find, don't feel bad if you run into like Toradora or Maid Sama and you're like, oh God, I really like these high school romance shows. It's cool. Those shows are good.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Toradora. If you guys know what Toradora is, you guys know it's a good show. If you guys don't know what it is, go ahead and try to make fun of me, but it's good.
And those are the shows that would have like the strongest communities too. Like they have this real strong back into it, bro. You'll find a lot of people out there who like, into the same shows that you are too. So.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest way to find out if a show is good or not, and you see if the main character has been sexualized yet. I can't remember the rule. Rule 34.
We'll just say if they're turned into a body pillow.
If they're a body pillow, the show is probably not good. Like everyone likes Zero, right?
Was it? Is it 0 or is it 02 or something like that?
I don't. Yeah,
Zero,
like 02.
02.
02. Darling and the Franks. That show was terrible. That show was awful. I don't know why people picked her, but
I really liked it when it first dropped, and then I rewatched it. And I was like, okay, there's nothing special about it.
That show was awful.
There's a lot of times I'll come on here and I'll say shit, and I'm like, oh, hot take. It's a hot take. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hot takes get cold, man.
Yeah,
that's how temperatures work.
Ooh, man, say it again. I don't think the people heard you in the back, man.
I'm just saying, man. That's how hot takes work. Sometimes temperatures change.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we're gonna head out. We've just been babbling about nothing. You guys get the idea. Just watch it wherever you want. Always feel free to come into our chat. I missed a bunch of stuff today because I realized my chat's empty on my screen. I need to get that fixed, but there's a couple of people on there. Legendary Anime Japanese Fan 2.
Hey, shout out.
I should have looked up. I had too many windows open, but we'll get that fixed. We'll be back here next month. Let's see. Let's pick a date. We got July, huh? Oh, 25th. That was easy. There's literally 4 Sundays. 25th,
bro,
good?
I don't know about the 25th.
No.
You want to do the 20th, bro? Because I'm gonna be out of town on the 25th.
Oh, we can do the 20th. Yeah, I'm off. I'm home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm off. Well, Monday, Tuesdays. We'll say Monday, Tuesdays. Wednesdays are sometimes off.
So, how's the 21st? You want to do it Monday or no? I keep it on Sundays. Keep it consistent.
Are you looking at the wrong days? To me,
I'm tripping. I'm looking at June.
I was like, what?
Don't mind me, bro.
We can do like 19th or 20th? Yeah, because you're not here the 25th, right?
18th. Yeah, right. Let's do the 18th.
Okay, we'll do the 18th. Sick, 3 weeks. 18th, we'll be here. Let's see. I did want to talk about. What should we talk about? I want to pick something a little more lighthearted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we should do? It's been a while. What was our first episode? Favorite protagonists, favorite MCs, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
New favorite MCs?
Yeah, let's do favorite unappreciated MCs.
I'm with it.
Let's do that. All right.
I'm with it.
Favorite we'll go back to lists. We're here once a month. We can do lists.
Are we doing kind of like an unpopular opinion kind of thing?
Oh, we can do unpopular opinion if you want. Of course. Underappreciated is always an unpopular opinion. Yeah, we can do that. MCs have to be the main character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
There we go. That's gonna be a good one.
I already got 2 of them.
I like that. Yeah. I think we were at our best when we were giving ourselves categories like that.
Yeah.
That's when we're at our best. We'll come with all the material. We'll have a stage out there. We'll fix Elijah's green screen. We'll get a whole little studio out here. It'd be good.
Facts.
It'd be good. My thing is like barely holding on. Like if I move like too far, like something's gonna change.
Dude, that's the problem I have. I'm so used to leaning back, and every time I lean back, hit this bitch, and I'm like,
no way. Look, if I move my hand too far this way, you get all this.
Ooh, shit!
I can't go that way. I can't go backwards.
We hop off. I got it.
I'm
curious to see how the setup is, bro. I'm curious as fuck to see where the new setup is.
It's in the old spot here. I'll do where is capture?
Don't let the public see too much, man.
No, it's pretty blocked. Here you go. I'll do I'm in a little corner, completely green, but You'll know where I'm at if you see that, huh? Is the mirror? Oh, the mirror is cool. So originally I thought, I was like, it'd be cool if the mirror was still in my background because you can see the light and stuff. So yeah, my back is to the door now.
Right.
I used to be in front of the door.
Like, I'm just thinking in terms of how the room is set up. I don't want to say too much because it's your private life, but
Yeah. Right on. But yeah,
okay.
I'm just in the corner. I'm in my original corner. Remember when we first started? That's where I am. So there you go. If you go back and watch episode 1, guys, I'm in that spot again. I'm back in episode 1.
Okay.
Just a different setup. Way different setup.
Tokyo Revengers, right?
Tokyo Avengers. There you go, man. I went exactly 10 years back into the past. Crazy concept, by the way. Because the crazy part is that they covered what happens when he goes back. That's the best part.
Hey,
it's like
bro,
subtle details.
You got to get caught up, bro, because you're 2 episodes behind or just 1?
Two now.
Right, you gotta get caught up because the shit that happens is like, what the fuck?
Yeah. All right. We'll talk about that next week. Next week we'll do. We forgot to do it today. I was looking through it and I was like, oh, I forgot. We're supposed to do Flying Kunai. So we'll do. We'll do a Flying Kunai next week. We'll get the queue running.
Yeah.
So we do a proper queue, proper Flying Kunai, and then we'll hit the main story.
Yeah.
So we're back to structured stories, structured episodes.
Yeah.
Should be good, guys. But all right, guys, we are done for today. Elijah, you take us away.
Hey, man, like I say in each and every episode, please check out us and shop with us and check out the merch at ninjaswithandy.me. So it's ninjas with anime with the period in front of M. You know what I'm saying? Check out the shirt. It's a Goku shirt PJ got on, man. If I mean a nice NWA hat, you know what I'm saying? Embroidered as well.
Like the little sleeve tag, huh? I'll show you guys a little.
You see the stitching?
Little stitching on it.
Triceps.
I'm flexing so hard. There's nothing there. Oh, my elbow hurts.
His skin almost ripped. But like I said, man, shop with us, please. Every dollar that's put into that goes right back into this podcast. Get new materials, more equipment. You know, and just that way we can keep constantly putting out quality content for you guys, the viewers who are watching us, man. Without y'all, you know, we wouldn't be here, you know.
Yeah. If there wasn't anime fans out there, man, there's no reason why we'd be doing this. You know, like you said, we do all this for you guys. The whole point of this is to bring a community together. And that's what we really inspire. We want people, anime fans alike, who have either, you know, had a love for anime and don't really know what to do, you know who to talk to. It's a cold world out there for anime lovers in the past.
Right.
It's a little better now, and now that we're able to talk about it more and open freely and stuff. We just kind of want to put the community together. You know what's so weird?
What?
It's almost appropriate for the month, man. Like I feel like I'm talking about Pride in this whole episode. Like everything I said, it feels like I'm talking about Pride, and I think it goes the same way because it's Pride Month, and I feel like everything I said about Demon Slayer and animes and stuff also applies to Pride. And I feel like, sorry guys, I'm gonna feel free guys to turn this off if you're like, oh, I'm not trying to hear any like positive stuff right now, right? I don't want to hear any world stuff. If you guys just want anime stuff, you can cut it off now. We're out, guys. Thank you guys. But I just want to say a quick thing, right? Because this world is crazy. I always tend to try to not talk about current things in life because it's an anime podcast, right? And I feel like in anime podcasts, you just kind of want to escape into anime and just kind of forget about the world, right? Mm-hmm. And I think anime does a really good job at that, of finding shows and helping you understand how you're feeling about certain things. So I just need to say, dude, the way this world is right now, shit is crazy, right? Shit is crazy. And the only thing I can think of that will really solve all this is all of us coming together. Kind of like this community, right?
It's a fact.
What we're trying to do is not push out the people who like Demon Slayer. What I'm really trying to do, and if you guys see me on the forums and stuff, you guys would know this. I always say, I'm not here for an argument. I'm literally trying to understand. People take that so wrong, like, oh, yeah, you're trying to understand? And I was like, no, guys. I seriously look at Demon Slayer and see trash. And you guys see the greatest thing since sliced bread. I want to understand. I truly want to understand that, right? And I feel like that's the state of the world. Everyone has a side, and everyone's trying to fight to who's right and wrong. But we're not understanding why the other side thinks we're wrong,
right?
Or why we're right.
people don't take the time to emphasize and see how other people are, like
how other people are.
Their perspectives.
It's very easy to stand outside your window and look at how the world is, how the state of anime is, how the state of the world is right now, and have your opinions about it. Very easy. We literally sat here for the last 2 hours, 2.5 hours, telling you what we think anime is like. Are we right? Probably not.
Right.
Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. But guess what? You guys fully understand our thoughts behind the state of anime. Hopefully, you guys fully understand how we think. And that right there can be applied to the rest of the world. Like, it should be okay to talk about what's on your mind, whether it's positive, negative, whether you're going through something or whether you're not going through something and you don't understand why, right? That's the whole thing. Racism's out there. All this is out there, and people just don't understand. And everyone's looking at it as, no, I'm right. No, why are you? No, you're wrong. I'm right. No, you're right. I'm wrong. Like, we need to just start talking. We just need to figure things out. And on a less serious thing, everyone just needs to mind his fucking business. Like, that's what it goes down to. What it goes down to is take care of your own life, and you will realize that as you take care of your own life, the positivity will spread. Positivity will spread, right? You take care of your life, you get everything in order. All of a sudden, you find yourself nicer to people. It's weird. I don't know why. It just seems like when you're in a good mood, you're just a happy person. It's a weird concept, guys. You should try it, really.
Philosopher PJ's in the building tonight.
I'm telling you, man.
If you ain't learned nothing, rewind this back and listen to this man again.
I feel like it's what I've gone through in the last year working in the public. I've ran into so many people. So many people have yelled at me about certain things, right? So many people have argued with me. A lot of people have come in for understanding. Like, this year has been insane, and I just feel like it's weird to ignore it. That's all. But the bottom line is just mind your own business. It's really what it comes down to. It's just focus on yourself. And then, and when I say focus on yourself, I don't mean like saying like, no, fuck everybody, I need to do this myself. Like, literally figure out what you want in your life and what you want to do, and then just do it. That's really all it is. You just got to do it. And if you guys still need some understanding, I mean, you can just listen to the whole J. Cole album. Do will literally change your life. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I just felt like I needed one episode where I can just vent out like that, because I usually stray away from it, trying to make sure we stay on the path. But the path is crazy. 8 paths, 6 paths, 6 paths of pain. Ooh, too deep. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. I've been itching to play some Forza. It's getting late. Like, I need to get my couple hours in of grinding.
You guys with that RX-7 light?
Yeah, because I think I have. Did I unlock it? I'm trying to get this event car. It's an 86. It's a 2018 86. Like, I know.
I did it, so I don't know if there's more cars from the a different season or whatnot. But like I said, once we hop off, I'm gonna re-download it on my Xbox One.
Yeah, I've been addicted to Forza, guys. Forza Horizon 4. I'm addicted.
Y'all can see what this RX-7 and NSX talking about.
Yeah. I'll show off my Skyline real quick. My GTR.
Ooh. You got 34, 32,
34.
Ooh.
Oh, it's nice. But all right, guys, we're gonna head out because I need to show off these cars.
Yeah. Like we always say,
guys. Peace up. NWA down. You guys have a good night. Stay safe.